All gonna split our mortgage with us?
Price tracking to find homes for the real of us. Realtor.com.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks. This place sucks. CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Monday Night Raw review. Right at the beginning of the show, I definitely noticed that Turkey Club sign. Who the fuck made that Turkey Club sign? He's just missing the JCS on it. That's all he's missing. But that is pretty fucking badass, man. By the way, I think that might be, I think I know who that is, but I can't remember right off the top of my head right now, so I forget his name. God. Oh, it was Adam Phillips. Thank you. Why didn't he tweet me? How the hell did Jake know? Jake says it was Adam Phillips. Yeah, that's who I thought it was. It was an A. I just couldn't remember it. Adam Phillips drawing this badass Turkey Club sign to begin the night off, like right away on the opening of Raw. Everybody was tweeting me about the Turkey Club sign. That's pretty fucking badass, dude. That is a badass sign. Absolutely fucking unbelievable shit. The Turkey Club t-shirts have been selling really well, and everybody's partying. Some people are getting their Turkey Club shirts already and have gotten them. A couple people got them for Thanksgiving, I guess, but it was mostly people are just getting them now, so nice that people, people eat turkey again on Christmas if you celebrate that or whatever you celebrate. So no matter what holiday, even if you don't celebrate a holiday, it's Turkey Club time. So definitely shout out to the people who did buy a Turkey Club t-shirt, but that is pretty freaking epic to see that in the crowd already. Pretty badass. So
he's not on Twitter. He's on Instagram. So
yeah.
He sent. I was following him back, and then he sent me a message before saying, "Look out for me." So I thought I knew he was going to be there, but I didn't see that he sent a picture with it. I think when I checked after, it was a Turkey Club sign.
I swear that he called a week or two ago and said he was like, "I'll have a sign," and I was like, "Oh, cool," but I didn't know that
the turkey he drew was great.
That turkey's great.
The whole thing looks fantastic.
You should drew
all the JCS Army knows. Black ink, green sign. There you go.
Yep, always with a green sign. That's exactly how you do it. That was badass, though. That's pretty fucking awesome looking. Like, the turkey donation is on fire right now.
Turkey Club is all the rage.
Yeah, fuck the OC, Turkey Club. They said they're the only club that matters, but
they were wrong.
Man. They're wrong, man. Look at the crowd.
I know. Can't give Raw a hard time tonight, Joe. It's after a holiday show. You see all the excuses come pouring in already.
No, God, are they really saying that?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, there's been a guy.
People tried to give AEW that holiday thing, and I said, "Go fuck yourself."
And that didn't help either.
Yeah,
their ratings were not good.
But what a
guy! There's a guy
on
Reddit. His name is Loose Lips, and he's been reporting things backstage from Raw. And about 2 hours before, he said, "Oh, there's going to be a police segment where Lashley and Lana both get arrested, and they'll get some kind of pop for that." And
really,
but yeah, and he's been spot on. So you go through his history, and you look through everything he's reported down to the wire. You're like, no, CM Punk's not showing up at the show. Yeah, the women are going to be the main event for the triple threat for Survivor. Like going through everything he said for Weekly for Raw is what happened. So.
That's kind of wild.
They've got somebody on Reddit that's in the know backstage at WWE at this point, which is pretty funny.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah. It's Loose Lip something, but...
Loose Lip bitch.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
And, he's been on the wrestling subreddit and, Reddit.
I just...
Squared Circle.
This show tonight was just bad.
I immediately off the bat, like I listened to your preview, and we didn't get Bret Hart, that's for sure. We didn't get. They did kind of reel back in from the heel turn that they were going for.
Right now, I don't know. I said this yesterday. Yeah. What was it? What was it earlier today in my video?
Earlier today, Richard.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Jake's referencing earlier in my video when I was like, "Oh my God, they're probably going with like tuning it up even more, or they're going to go with the reel back." I think it might be option C, which could be the delayed burn on Seth Rollins. So, like, it's so obvious he was going to turn and so obvious with the whatever AOP that they dialed it back because I had predicted the obvious, which is, of course, like he was saying, they were aware of it tonight. I was like, oh, at the very end of the show, it's going to be the AOP, and we're gonna find out that they're with Seth Rollins and they're gonna beat the shit out of Kevin Owens and all that stuff. So that's what I expected, which was kind of like obvious, sort of. So then they actually responded to it immediately tonight and then went in a completely different direction. The problem is that sucked. Like that was annoying to me because that actually sounded exciting to me. Like I actually really, even though it was predictable to me, I wanted to see it. I was like, let's go, man. Flip him heel. Let's go. Give me the, even the crowd is like, cool, Kevin Owens, but whatever. But that would have finally gotten people fully on Owens' side and fully against Seth. But they delayed it for whatever reason. So I'm waiting to see here why that is. So hopefully it's that it's option C, that they're slow burning it even more. And then it's not option B, that they've dialed back Seth now and they've gotten cold feet on the whole thing. Because that's what I was worried about in my video earlier today.
Because we've seen this before. We've seen this happen. And people fail to, either realize or just don't want to admit it. I want Seth to be a heel, obviously. The only solace I kind of find in this is, all right, he's been heel before, so, it's not a new territory entirely for him. Mm-hmm. But when you look at Roman and John Cena, people that, we kind of clamored for them to turn for the longest time, they've done this before where they've come out and given you a heel promo about as heel as Cena can get, but Roman's done it a few times too.
Right.
And then nothing. They reel it back in. You're like, oh, that sounded a little bit badass and crass and against what a face would do. Maybe Roman is turning. They give you that hint and then they dial it back. So I hope that's not the case with this at all.
Yeah, hopefully they're not dialing this back because that would be just stupid. Like, I mean, this was, oh my God, if there was there better be a good reason to hold this back, because if they're holding it back and something awesome happens, then I get it. But if they didn't, I'm pissed. Respect for my neck, you looked at yours compared and wet. Oh shit. Helen Keller's tampon. I can fit 1,000 cocked on my throat, I still don't choke. Big ass jaw make the girls go, that's the biggest damn neck that you ever saw. Think that's big, wait till you see my balls. Biggest neck you ever saw. Oh no, the biggest neck you ever saw. Oh no. Oh no, biggest neck you ever saw.
You piece of shit.
Oh no.
I didn't watch Raw and hate WWE, but I love Joe's sexy ass voice and waited to drop this neck.
Hell
Neck.
yeah.
Better have respect for Marnek, motherfucker.
Helen Keller's tampon. Thank you for $15.
Wow.
Oh, Onision, you happy about that too? Look at that, Helen Keller's neck. You even made tampon. You even made you made Onision happy. Look at that.
Wow.
Whoa, relax, Onision. Jesus.
You would really do that.
Whoa. Yeah, I would. Come on, man, relax, dude. What the hell is wrong with you, Onision? Come on. All right.
It is fucking hard.
All right. Relax. Hey, Jake, can you hear sounds?
No, not yet.
Ah, god damn it. We get who was that on the board there? Oh yeah, Helen Keller's tampon. Let me get Helen Keller's tampon on the board here. Top donation of the stream, $15 right off the bat. Look at that. Helen Keller's tampon. Ooh, $15. Yeah, so the beginning of Raw, I mean, like, again, it was kind of interesting. I thought the beginning was a little bit interesting. I was a little bit like, all right, cool, what's going to happen here? Like, this might be interesting what happens tonight. I don't know. Why is this acting so weird? What the fuck? Yeah, so I'm like, all right, this is kind of interesting. And then it sort of just regressed from there.
Yeah, it died off and really fell apart kind of quick.
Yeah, I was really happy for a second, and then
because I know you probably thought, in line of what I thought with Seth, okay, and Samoa Joe, Jerry Lawler on commentary, so we're like, all right, with Vic Joseph, at least Samoa Joe is going to be there.
They got worse as the night went on too. They
did. I mean,
weird.
I know you mess up names and stuff, but it's like every match, like Derek just pointed out, oh, it's the Black Magic instead of Black Mask, but it's constant, just all night, and then the cringe stuff that King says, and
oh my god, dude, he was fucking retarded.
He's so ugly, his mother put him in the corner and fed him with a slingshot. I mean, how many times have we heard that from you, though? It's him and JR. They're pulling back the same analogies they used in '97 now.
He's gonna start whipping out the cornet stuff, and then he's gonna get in trouble.
So you hear Rollins in the beginning, and I thought he was addressing the locker room, but it just maybe would have better sufficed to have everybody out this week instead of last. I don't know, but it fell flat at the end because the way him and Kevin Owens started to go back and forth. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. AOP comes out, and you hear Owens, oh, by the way, the spell I'm referring to is bullshit. The crowd pops for it, and that's when AOP comes out.
Yeah, they said bullshit. They said shit.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, we're getting somewhere. Let's go, boys. And starts to get interesting. AOP,
yep.
All right, cool dynamic. And then nothing happens.
Nothing happens, yeah.
Seth leaves, AOP leaves, then we hear Bobby Lashley's music, and it goes to commercial.
Oh.
And then it comes back, and no Bobby Lashley, no Lana, and then we have to act surprised when we hear Lana's music, because the audio guy messed up by playing the theme too soon. So we get that, and it just, I don't know. The whole thing was really just falling apart there.
I was feeling like a 6 out of 10 in that beginning segment. I was like, yeah, all right. Let's see what happens.
It had a good flow between the two. Kevin Owens calling out Seth. You thought they were going to get somewhere with AOP coming out, and immediately they just start attacking Seth and not, and try and, take you off the scent there. Nothing. They just walk away. They're like, we don't got time for this shit.
Yeah, we're out of here.
And then Lana comes out, and my God, Owens is still pretty much savage, ripping her apart. He did it last night as well at the terrible Starrcade stream that they had.
Oh, God.
But he starts, digging into her and saying no one cares, and no one wants to hear what you have to say. What could you say that would make our lives better? And she goes on and on about the restraining order BS, and the crowd just boos incessantly. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to see it. Lana messed up again. How many times did she botch on the mic?
I honestly almost went to bed. Well, I was just staring at her boobs, and I'm dead serious. I was looking right at her tits. I was like,
yeah, it was one of those moments you can keep on mute, thankfully. But it's like a Britney Spears music video. Unfortunately, we end up getting the obvious of Bobby Lashley.
And they do the thing with the cops again, and it's like, and then they don't arrest, but then they're going to arrest Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
It was just so like they've done this a million times.
The match sucks. It's a no contest. You know what's coming. You know Rusev is going to pop out of somewhere. AOP abducted Owens, and we didn't hear or see anything about it for the rest of the night. Like, that was it. They dragged him into the back. You know, they take him up the ramp, and that's all we got from that. I know they don't want either person losing, but the way it was handled was just really sloppy because they run to the ring to do the interview. AOP gets rid of Owens, and then they have to, of course, go to commercial at that point. So when you get back, it's like, okay, Lashley and Lana are still there. So now you really know Rusev's coming. There was no surprise. You got the crap cops at ringside. They don't do anything to Rusev. They don't arrest him. They don't even try. They just stand there and watch, essentially.
It was very realistic, man, because if Bobby Lashley was white, you know what I mean, they would have
yeah.
They
it would
like,
have been a different story altogether.
They were like, "Wait a minute, you're black? Like we got to arrest you." No, I'm going to go SJW tonight. I'm going to be an SJW tonight.
Side note, funny. I was reading an article somebody shared with me earlier. There was a gentleman named Mr. White who helped out this young African American boy named Mr. Black. So you have Mr. White, who's white, and the young boy who's Mr. Black, who's black. And it was like, well, White helped Black by feeding his family and doing a great deed on, for him for Thanksgiving. And it was constantly, but the way they referred to it, it sounded racist. I know it was just the last names, but the way they kept like, well, White, was making more money than Black. So it was just,
it's like a
one
fake
of those things
story.
You just couldn't ignore. Yeah. But of all situations, it was just like, all right, that's unfortunate.
It's weird because I knew more black guys with the last name White and more white guys with the last name Black. And then I had a friend whose dad's last name was White, and he was white, but his name was Barry White, and Barry White's black. Yeah. But his friend's dad is Barry White, but he's white. It's very confusing childhood for me. It was a very strange childhood.
That's why you're all messed up.
Yeah, this is, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and blame all that What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
We plan the spot all day.
What is happening?
I want you to jam it in. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
Holy shit! Kenny Omega is here! Kenny Omega is here!
Another boring Raw. Keep up the good work, Joe.
Wow. Kenny Omega Bomb from EverydayJam.
Couldn't wait to grab that title.
Oh my God, dude. EverydayJam. Thanks, man. Holy shit. The show just begun. And an Omega Bomb is already dropped. I mean, that's a major Omega Bomb. $200. Christmas coming early.
No need for a goal tonight. He just crushed it.
Yeah, I had a goal of fucking something. There goes the goal. EverydayJam.
Hot damn.
Hot sauce clam chowder.
He dropped the bomb that they should have on Raw.
Wow. Dude, that is a massive bomb by EverydayJam. I got to fix the belt that's so big. EverydayJam, thank you, man. Holy hell, man. Holy hell, EverydayJam. Thanks, bro. Christopher Filippone. I can't really read that from here right now. Filippone. Philip on me. Philip on me. Philip on me. Thanks for subbing, bro. What's up?
Spaz Phoenix.
Whoa, Spaz Phoenix dropping 20.
We know Raw sucks, but I always try to find something no matter how small. There's nothing. Nothing left. JD Sharpie's exam out of 10 funny. This is the company beating AEW 3 times a week. My podcast is better than this.
Spaz Phoenix podcast is available on Spotify. Spaz Phoenix. Thanks for the $20 Canadian. That means it's $15 American because you guys over in Canada, your money sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Not Canada. I love you. What's going on? Spaz, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's hear from a couple more people real quick. But yeah, man, holy fuck. We're going to talk about the NXT numbers in a minute because that is, wow. Like,
surprising.
I mean, more than the NXT numbers, really, though, are the AEW numbers.
Yeah, even more surprising.
Like, Vince is a genius for that.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Give me the bubbly.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
So this is what it's like to watch Monday nights. So what the hell am I staring at? What the fuck? Oh, Vince McMahon, you killing me. Vince McMahon, this wrestling give me a disease. Whoa, Monday Night Raw sucks. Whoa, SmackDown Live also sucks. And whoa,
Mike Hamilton, thanks for the $3. I love when people donate donation songs. That's got to be one of the best things ever. So, thank you very much for that. And let's go back to the wrestling talk. Thank you guys for that. That's my commercial break. These donations are my commercial break since I don't really make any money on ads on YouTube, and you guys keep my show on the air with the donations. So thank you for that, and everybody else who just has to sit through them. I'm sorry, but I hope you can get entertained by them a little bit. And also another thing to say is, speaking of commercials, what the fuck tonight, dude? Was there more commercials than ever tonight, or like, is it just the show so bad that when there are commercial breaks, it becomes intolerable, or am I crazy? What's up?
It seemed like there was absolutely more tonight. Right off the bat for the intro, it split up. You know, we had it right away.
Yeah.
And then we went ahead and had the commercial, you know, for in between the match to introduce. And then we had it after the match. Then we had it after the police angle. So you've got 4 there in a span of 30 minutes. And I felt like it just continued that way. And especially the way they broke up things. Like, it was in not just the middle of a match, but the middle of an angle. Like McIntyre, his match finishes, you go to commercial. Then you come back and he's still in the ring. So it really makes you feel like, oh, wow, that was just not... the way they scheduled him as well made it feel even more dragged out and just extremely tedious.
It felt really bad.
Yeah, at least when you go to a new thing, you're kind of like not refreshed in a way, but you moved on. That's usually what commercial breaks are for. They bring an end to it, or it's in the middle of something, so you get a full split. With this, that pretty much wasn't the deal. They were breaking things into thirds, it felt like.
Yeah, it was just really annoying. I just felt that there was like 3 more commercials than there should have been. The one that really got me was the one at 10:48 or 10:49.
Yeah, as your main event's getting going.
I almost wanted to slash my own throat. Like, at that point, I was like, "You got to be kidding me, bro."
Yeah, I mean, you get Mysterio going for the 619, and then you're like, "Oh, commercial."
Yeah, that was.
That's where you're gonna, That's where you're leaving it.
That was where I had enough. Like, at that point, because I was already mad about them, so. That tells me that about 1 or 2 less, and I would have been okay. If there was 3 less commercial breaks, I would have been fine with this. And if there was 1 less, I wouldn't have become enraged. 1 more put me over the top, and maybe I'm asking too much. And I know that people complained about the AEW ones last week, and I kind of said, oh, it didn't bother me. But it did a lot of other people, so maybe I'm missing something there. But this one tonight for me, these commercials for me tonight, this annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, AEW handled it quite nicely. Last week was a completely different story. I know I wasn't there for the review, but my God, it just wasn't a good show, and everything fell to a slog. And it really felt like if Jericho, Cody, Moxley, or Omega aren't on the screen, there wasn't a point of watching. And that's a big problem at that point in time. So
right.
I was around with you. I would have given the show nearly like a 5. AEW viewership went from 893,000 viewers to 663,000.
Jesus.
So, 660 is a far cry from where they were at 1.4 when they debuted. And now you look at it, WWE beat them by 150,000 viewers when they were getting beat week in and week out. So this is the second week in a row WWE, did well for viewership. They had 810,000. That's with the holiday. And that is down from 916. So they only lost 106,000. As where AEW, lost well over 200,000 viewers.
It's really, really, really
230,000 viewers.
Shocking. The ratings. I mean, not really from WWE's point, because we thought the NXT, we thought NXT would still be kind of high from what's gone on with the Survivor Series stuff, because clearly what they did was they passed their audience off a little bit to themselves. Yeah. Which is obviously what they wanted to do. But what's really shocking is how low AEW went, although rightfully so in a way, because that was the worst episode of AEW that we've seen, I believe, that we've seen so far.
I think a lot of people tuned in, saw the Jericho celebration, and just kind of put off from there. And
really, I like that. I thought I was I was like,
no, everything afterwards.
Oh,
they were put up by everything after that. Like they only tuned in initially because they had a huge drop off. So.
Oh, okay. Because see, like me, I was like,
people tuned in initially, and then it was like a mass exodus of viewers.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not a great look at all. Like I said, though, the Blade, who? The Butcher. They haven't given you a reason to know or care about anyone.
Right.
And, basically you just have your main event players, and besides that, if they're not involved with someone else, you're not really having a story or anything that's viable. NXT immediately is working towards TakeOver, and they were full steam ahead with that. AEW doesn't have another pay-per-view for what? A few months? Shut up, phone.
Yeah, it's a while. It's a while.
It's quite a while. So it's I think not until February, maybe. Like I know they have the Jericho Cruise in the middle of January, early January. That's being treated as a special event. Same with Bash at the Beach, if that still happens in that regard. I mean, it was only a Dynamite that they were calling Bash at the Beach, but there's no pay-per-view this month. There's nothing scheduled in January, so at least February.
Do you think they'll do? Do you think they'll do something special around WrestleMania time, like try to get in on WWE's WrestleMania, like every other company does?
Yeah, I guarantee they will. I'm sure they already have something in the works for that.
Just pretty
and
crazy.
The thing is, because there's no pay-per-view, you can tell that they're going to want to save a lot of these big moments and feuds, and the main, like Moxley and Jericho probably won't fight or face each other. They're going to string that along until we get to their pay-per-view. Same thing with MJF and Cody. We won't see them face each other until they get to a big show. So that's why they introduce these new guys in the meantime, so Cody has something to do and can still be on TV. MJF can do things with Diamond Dallas Page, and so they'll have little things back and forth, but it certainly is just not much of a reason to stay watching week to week until a big show comes up.
When you look at these numbers, 810,000 watched NXT, 663,000 watched AEW. That is surprising. I would have thought they'd be both close to 800,000, if anything. I wouldn't have thought that AEW would sink down to NXT numbers. They've swapped off. Now it's getting really interesting with these ratings. It's very strange.
I thought they either kind of would have stayed in sync, like both would have went down. Granted, they both did go down from last week, but I'm saying I thought it would have been, or not one. I thought AEW would have been on top. If they both go down, they both go down, but AEW stays on top.
Right. Well, here's your Turkey Club t-shirt. And because of the Turkey Club, because the $29 donation has been running wild through the JCS community, again, Adam bringing this sign to the show tonight, and it's an epic Turkey Club sign, man. So I just, again, wanted to shout that out. That is badass shit.
So badass.
Down. Speaking of badass, one last thing to tell you guys about real quick before we get back to the Raw and breaking this shit down as best we can. If you guys haven't done it, go over and listen to Morning Madness. I put it up earlier. And give it a like. If you guys have the Patreon app and you listen to me, drop a like on it. Let me know you heard it. And whenever you see the sound files and you download them, feel free to drop a like just to let me know you're downloading it or you heard it or whatever the case is. Episode 194 is available now for Morning Madness. I talked about a few little things. I kept it brief because my throat at the time was gone. I just got my voice back a little bit earlier. It's still shaky, but it's back a little bit. So episode 194, it's there. And all 193 previous episodes on Patreon as well to download. If you're on a desktop, you just right-click on this orange link and right-click Save As to your computer. But if you're on a cell phone, there's just a little arrow to just a click, and it downloads to your phone. Save your data on your data plan, whatever. Did I ever tell you about how I call that data because data to me is a name because of Star Trek? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not bizarre. But
that makes sense.
Play a couple more, see what you guys are saying on the donations here real quick.
Super chat.
What's up?
Bruh. Raw. Lol. I can't. Kill me.
Mike Amilto, what's up, dude? Yeah, thanks for the previous donation, too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how people are doing this. This stuff is bad. This stuff is...
Shut up and bend over.
I need a coffee bad.
Finish it.
Oh my God, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Oh, yeah.
You are really
Oh my God, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he gurgle.
Expecting WWE to make logical sense in 2019 is like asking a fish to learn how to breathe air. One is not physically capable of it and the other is a fucking fish. Shout out to Adam Phillips for the badass sign. Just wish he didn't see this dog shit show 2/10.
Yeah, well, I mean, lucky for him he was there, I guess, and maybe it was better there, so I guess. The Soundwave 92, man, thank you so much to the Soundwave 92. Everyday Jam is going to take that digital belt home.
Party.
Everyday Jam, a 200 bomb.
2019 black guy gets handcuffed. Wait, it's Raw.
Gelfman, what up, Gelfman? Thanks, man. Yeah, Bobby Lashley was definitely arrested for being black because they had a restraining order on Rusev. And then they didn't arrest Rusev, they arrested Bobby Lashley. What, because he's black? Where are the SJWs on this? This is clearly racist. Where are the SJWs in the world? Come on, brother. Where you been? Gelfman, thanks, dude. What's up? Hey, everybody in the chat. Right now, what I want from you is a whole lot of weird stuff that looks like penises. That's what I want. And thank you guys for becoming patrons. 400 patrons. We did the 15-hour stream the other day. It nearly killed me. But I had a goddamn blast, I'll tell you that. Keeping me up all night long. My daughter took a shot.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Bubbly.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Dave Bautista is going to fuck the living shit out of Dana Brooke during Mania weekend like the filthy thick horseshoes and toss her aside like a dirty used napkin.
Ugh. Jesus Christ. Is, Batista and Dana Brooke, are they dating? The Goon, thank you. They dating, Jake? Do you know that?
They've been flirting heavily back and forth on...
Oh. Okay. So so he's going to give her the Batista sausage.
Yeah, it was her birthday the other day, and he was, flirting with her for her birthday. And...
Hey, Jet, thank you, man. He went over to twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS, my Twitch gaming channel, and he said Raw was boring, and Jet718 subscribe to me over there. Thank you. You have to manually do it, but if you have Amazon Prime, it's free for you, and you get all the cool bullshit over there. How many subscriptions is that for you? That is 17 months in a row. Oh, no, it's 2 months in a row. I'm sorry. I think it's 2 months in a row. Oh, no, 17 total, though. So 17 months.
Damn.
Jet, thank you, bro. That's insane. Oh, my God. The big dog is here.
I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Oh, Roman Reigns.
I just want to hear the song.
Hey, Lizzie Marsh. What's up, Lizzie Marsh? I don't blame you, man. That Roman Reigns song, it really is a sweet one, you know what I mean? And it gets you wanting to do this, so it gets all the guys excited because of this, I know that. And then girls get excited because they think about fisting. Like, it's just this big double excitement for everybody. So Lizzie Marsh, thank you, Lizzie Marsh, for the $14 Roman donation and for getting everybody in the chat horned up. Mike Hamilton
had to chime in there.
Yeah. Mike Hamilton just wanted to drop his $1. I mean, is that one of those free dollars, or did he pay that?
I think he paid that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'll give him a shout out for that, man. We'll just let it go, bro.
They're done with that free dollar promotion.
Oh, they stopped that? I thought I had one like 2 weeks ago or something.
If you had it left over, I believe it said on the...
I forget who I donated it to now. I don't even remember who I gave it to, but I might have given it to myself. I don't remember.
One of the channels just to the other?
No, it wasn't that. I'm kidding. I was like... It was somebody I thought. Somebody was streaming a while, and he hadn't had a donation in a while, and I had one of those free dollars, and I was like, oh, I gave him a free $1. And then somebody else right after me then gave him $10. So I was like, I did it. I helped you.
You start the trend.
Start the train, man. You know, why not? You know, content creator. This guy was streaming like 3 hours. I was watching him, learning strategies about something, and I was like, nobody's donated to this guy?
Super chat.
Everyday Jam again.
He just wanted to get a super kick party going.
Everyday Jam. The super chat party has begun, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. So
What a weird day on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught the tweet that I had sent out, but there was a content creator that makes botches videos.
Yeah.
Similar to Botchamania. And he went ahead and he said that he finally included AEW material in his botch video. And then he had claimed that he had gotten message from one of the Young Bucks who were pretty upset that he had done this, and he was blocked by a bunch of talent.
Really?
Yeah. AEW, Tony Khan, Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, all these people had blocked him. So I had seen that, you know, the stuff he sent me all looked legitimate, and I was like, wow, that's a bad look for AEW if that's the case.
Right.
And then AEW contacted me and said, that's not true. They reached out to me on Twitter and said,
wait a minute.
Let's have a super chat train party tonight, baby.
Everyday Jam, baby. We're having a super chat party train, baby. I love it, Everyday Jam. No, wait a minute.
Sorry,
they contacted you?
Yeah. They reached out to me directly on Twitter. The people from AEW.
Like,
and
what account, though? What account reached out to you?
The main account.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and it was not true. So.
Oh, they were like, yeah, this is bullshit.
They said it's bullshit.
Wow.
But
Jesus.
what I had seen from him was like a live feed of his actual Twitter, so it didn't look photoshopped.
Why didn't I see this? Was this when I was blocked on Twitter still, suspended?
I'm not sure if you were back yet or not.
Okay.
So I spoke to him. I'm like, I don't want to misrepresent anybody. You know, that's why I said it's just not a good look. You know, you look like you're coming down on us, you know, the small guy, the new content creator kind of thing. They were polite about it, back and forth. And from there, went ahead and, you know, talked to the content creator. He's like, nope, it's legit. So I don't know what to make of it. But he had then gotten striked on his YouTube channel for a manual strike, not a, you know, computer one, for the AEW content by the AEW channel.
So maybe they're lying?
I don't know. It's so odd.
That seems like they're lying. I don't know what to make
of it. So I'm like, I'm out. Delete the tweet.
Yeah.
Everybody have fun. Because both, I'm seeing, you know, not just screenshots, but like live grabs of this person's Twitter, and you can see the messages, you can see it being blocked, like so it looks legit. It's not just like a simple screenshot, and then with them reaching out, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like,
sounds like the lawyers know something the Twitter handle doesn't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
You know?
And the guys probably did block him.
Yeah. You know, I talked to a few different talent, divulge much, but they said it wasn't true.
Wow, that is weird. I mean, I get it, but
You would really do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to misrepresent anyone, so take it down and let this, you know, be settled between you two. But
that's still weird.
Yeah, the whole situation was very, very odd.
Was it a copyright strike or a strike?
A copyright strike.
Okay. Oh wait, like a strike though, like not a copyright claim, a strike.
A strike.
Oh wow. That's some real fucking real shit.
I'll verify that right now, but I'm pretty sure. I have double check.
TNT, yeah, could have been TNT's lawyers. That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
He'd have to provide who's the one, like the email address that sent it or said it or whatever.
You want to see my dick? I'll take my dick out right now.
Copyright strike.
I'm Sean's View Entertainment.
And
you
it's
want to see my dick?
Do
you want to see my dick?
You would really do that?
I will show you my penis.
Wow.
I'm Sean's View. Don't screw with me, or else I'll show you my penis. Do you want to see my dick?
You would really do that?
Do you want to see my dick?
Wow.
So what's the excuse for the AU marks now with NXT with the bigger reigns number this past week? I told everyone that it is going to go back and forth in ratings. Screw the demo, at the end of the day the end result numbers matters. You will bounce back.
Malibu Al, what up Malibu Al? Thank you for the 1313 Sean's View showed his cock donation. Yeah, I mean, I think the excuse would be that I guess WWE used Survivor Series to promote their own NXT. I think.
Super
but
Chat Party.
I guess what's the excuse for AEW's numbers dropping as low as they have? That's again the surprising thing to me is the numbers going down to 600,000. Everyday Jam keeping that Super Chat Party alive. But Mr. Malibu Al, much appreciated, man, for that.
You would really do that?
Yes, I would. Can you hear it now, Jake?
No, not yet.
What the fuck? Are you? What? You're fucking with me, Jake. You can hear these.
You would really do that?
Come on, man.
Evil bastards. Yeah, they did do better. They were 15th place. AEW was in the demographic, 18 to 35, 49, something like that.
Yeah.
But NXT was ranked 19th, I believe it said. But still, they had more viewers in the long run. That's what you need.
That's all that matters. Yeah, I get it.
So, yeah, it's surprising to say the least. I didn't see it turn out this way.
At Everyday Jam, hell yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, you guys are having a party. Mike Amelto, what up, dude? Have a party, man. It's all good. And speaking of that, Everyday Jam, the top donator, he could be taking home that digital championship tonight.
Party.
And there he is again. He is going off. Everyday Jam is going off. By the way, if you guys want to donate, the link is down below in the description box below. Streamlabs, all that stuff. And all the donation amounts are listed way at the bottom. A bunch of weird shit you can do if you'd like to. But quite frankly, Everyday Jam has already destroyed the goal tonight. So much appreciated, especially around the holidays right now. No doubt about it, man. Much appreciated. Very much. What's the next segment, Jake? Do you remember where we were? I don't remember where we were.
Yeah, we head right into which something that I was kind of impressed with. At first, I was like, "Oh, good, we get Drew McIntyre coming out and Akira Tozawa," and I'm like, "All right, Akira Tozawa. They're talking about him a lot lately. He's been utilized a bit more, especially in the NXT cruiserweight part. He's given some pretty impressive matches as of recently. Trying to go for the championship over there. And so we get a decent match between the two."
Everyday Jam,
keeping that train rolling. And McIntyre tells Tozawa, leave while he's on his knees. Just leave now before I beat your ass. And he goes to tease leaving, and then drop kicks him, and gets a suicide dive, gets a little bit of chance to recover. It ends up leading to the Claymore kick, pinfall. But it was a solid showing for McIntyre. And it made Tozawa look like he had, a lot of heart in the match.
Yeah,
good spot from both.
They did a good job with, and Tozawa kind of, but that was in the background for me. But I was just happy that Drew McIntyre came across looking pretty awesome here. I was high on that part with it. I'm agreeing. I'm like, all right, this is good. And McIntyre gets on the mic. He's starting to talk, and he calls out Orton. They go to commercial. All right, that's unfortunate. That was, that one I didn't mind.
I can deal with it, but
I'll give him that one.
We get back. He's still in the ring and knows Orton's there. Goes back to the stupid, tells him to get his ass in the ring. Orton comes out. Orton turns his back on him, and McIntyre snaps. Don't you disrespect me. You walk around like you own the place, and you don't follow anyone's rules. You have no respect for anyone. And, you're not the 13-time champ. You're not the future Hall of Famer. You can't talk to me like a child. They go back and forth. And then all of a sudden, the OC comes out. And McIntyre's, as one by one, people start coming to the ring. And McIntyre's just like, this is not my fight. I'm out of here. And disappears. So what was the point?
Yeah.
It just fell flat. Again,
it was like everything else tonight. You're right. It was like the beginning was like, oh man, this is what's going to happen here. And oh my God, Drew McIntyre seems like a badass. And oh my God, he's calling out Orton. Hey, it's all on you. I'm leaving now. It's like, what the? And I know that's planting seeds.
They're having a huge problem here because Orton's being revered, by the audience as a face, even though he's acting like a heel because he's got that cocky, cool attitude. Everyone just wants to see the RKO. They're having McIntyre act like a face here, on the mic and try and stand, tall, but you're going to get the feud in the match with these two. They'll butt heads at TLC. Like I know that's down the line, But the problem is that we finally get McIntyre on the mic, and it leads to him just walking away. You were the one so desperate for a fight. You don't strike Orton. You don't like. You're face to face with the guy that you want to tear apart. And AJ might have a bigger beef with him at this point because of the U.S. title, but
you know what he should have done was he either should have claymored him from out of nowhere, or he should have RKO'd him. Imagine McIntyre
either
when to leave.
Gotten over, like, that would be viral on everything.
Yeah, like
so instead the OC come out, and this is where you get everybody and their mother to pop out and be pissed off, and Rey Mysterio comes out, and Humberto comes out, and you see tumbleweeds. Ricochet's out there, and the sad part is, I think if it wasn't last year, it was the year before. I believe it was last year, where we had Seth and Dean taking on. Either it was Baron Corbin and Braun or McIntyre and Braun in that fashion every Raw for weeks and months. It was like 3 months straight. For endless times now, we've had the OC taking on Ricochet, Humberto, and another partner of their choosing, whether it be Orton or whether it be, Mysterio. It's been that 3-on-3. In some, even if they had the street, it's the same shit over and over and over, and it's the same match, and they've done it as the main event before, and it doesn't feel exciting because it's the same damn
thing.
It
a million times.
They hit the same spots each time. The dive through the ropes. Oh, now Carl Anderson's on the outside. Luke Gallows comes and gets his redneck karate going, and then what do we get to? Oh, AJ with the Styles Clash in the second rope that we've seen pretty much finish the match multiple times, or it's the same damn thing with the same people just interchanged.
How many times did they say
one by one?
How many times did they say superhero in that main event tonight? Like
far too many.
Superhero. And now Ricochet not on top of the but he also said before that, he goes, superheroes are real. All I wanted to do was show you superheroes are real. Now he does this thing at the top of the ramp, which he started a couple weeks ago, where he goes, and then he like Hurricane Helms,
like the cape, over his shoulder kind of idea.
Yeah,
and he looks like a rejected Power Ranger lately with his attire.
Well, put him next to Humberto or whatever, and like it's even worse because they all look like that.
You've got your retarded Justice League.
I mean, dude, this was
Tommy's
really
running, the villain.
That's all they're missing is Tommy, like in the background, like twirling a mustache and like touching a kid. But no, so like they're all standing up there and they look like dork idiots, and it's like superhero. It's like Vince McMahon just can't stop with this Mickey Mouse shit on everybody. It's like, dude, I'm waiting for him to have a cape. I'm surprised that Ricochet doesn't have a cape yet.
Yeah, they did it with Neville for the longest time.
And
the gravity forgot. And anybody that can high fly has to have that. You know
what he'll do? He'd wear it too when he does that thing where he goes, whoosh, and he runs down to the ring, and then he would do that springboard flip off the rope, and then when he lands with his hand down, he'd then reach behind his back and rip off the cape and throw it up in the air so it looks cool. That's totally what he would do, and that's totally something that I could see happening any minute now with Ricochet.
Yeah, especially that we don't have a Sin Cara.
It's like, dude,
jumping into the ring. We'll see Ricochet doing that next.
It's like we already know he's kind of like a video game. He's kind of like a superhero. Yeah, we've all kind of thought that. And I get Vince McMahon that he needs to apply these characters and obvious characters or obvious stereotypes to things. But it's like, this was already kind of like in the back of our heads that he's almost like a superhero out there. I agree. Vince, I do agree. But when you then make it really obvious and say, like, you're going to say superhero and you're going to start acting a little bit like a superhero, it's like, that's dumb. You're lame. That sucks. Don't do that. Let him be that and make you think like he's kind of like a superhero. But when he actually says, I'm a superhero, that's lame. And you ruined him. But it's like it's like Vince doesn't understand this or something. Like he understands only what he understands, which is he's kind of like a damn superhero. When you go out there, AJ Styles is like a bulldog and you're kind of like a superhero and you're like Mighty Mouse. Neville, you're like Mighty Mouse. You're like a super mouse. Like, I love it's like the same sort of thing every time, but a version or variation of the same idea Vince has.
And the issue is just calling someone a superhero doesn't make them a superhero.
Right.
And that's the thing. They do things, they put so much overemphasis on certain things, but then they forget storylines they start in the same fucking night.
Yeah.
The same goddamn night. Kevin Owens just tweeted before. King J told me on Twitter, Kevin Owens said, guys, I escaped. He has to let us know that he escaped AOP and he's okay. Because they didn't mention it the rest of the goddamn evening.
It was,
and then, you know, they're presenting McIntyre as a face. You know, they've got, just because you say, you know, someone is something, if they don't back that up with their actions, because that speaks louder than words, it's not believable. Yeah, so Ricochet bounces around the ring and looks superhuman with his abilities, but calling someone a superhero doesn't make them one. Super Cena was that way because he was undefeatable. I saw him handcuffed to the goddamn post, getting beat with chairs and turnbuckle pieces and friggin' kendo sticks, and still somehow escaped to make Orton quit. You know, that was why he was Super Cena.
Right.
With this, it's you know, you're just saying it. You're saying he's a superhero. I don't remember Batman getting fucking pinned in the middle of the ring clean. You know?
I was just gonna say that. And then he lost.
He loses. That's your superhero. That's your good guy. And you hit the fucking nail on the head earlier. We've said it before. It's not, you know, new just to us. But this night screamed desperation for them trying to find someone to be that top, achievement of the night and have it be that unattainable, you know, pop. They couldn't get it. They're there almost with Owens, but then they hold him back with retarded segments and mind-boggling ass-backwards decisions. They need a huge face. Like you said, if they want Seth to be Brett, they have no one to be Austin. That you said it perfectly there. That really resonated with me because there was no highlight tonight. Becky didn't show up on TV. Again, we haven't seen Becky in 2 weeks. She wrestles in a dark match after the show. She beat, you know, Kairi Sane. She's there, but we don't see her on TV.
Right.
And they don't have the Fiend there. Brock won't be there until the middle of July. Jesse used to say it all the time. Ross sucks in December, you know, and he was always right because it's in between and right before a holiday. People are burnt out. They're tired. As far as the staff goes, you know, the talent, the wrestlers. And the storylines are kind of in a holding pattern because it always, you know, gets to be the point where they don't want to get into anything too severe because then they have to get out of it quickly. They don't want to waste any good story now because their big stories are coming up for WrestleMania. So it's all about getting to the Rumble. But how many times have we said this throughout the year? We get to Mania, we're like, all right, we just got to get to, you know, the Money in the Bank will reset things because we got to get to SummerSlam. We got to get to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
We always have to get to something, and we don't get there. You start to get excited. They let you down. You get disappointed. They start to get you excited again. It's a continuing circle every single time. I've said this before. It's nauseating. We don't have any top-tier personalities that make you tune in. For a long time, recently, it feels like, you know, the Fiend was that for me. I wanted to see what he was going to do in the Funhouse, and I wanted to. How many times did we say, well, at least Bray Wyatt was there tonight? That was entertaining. He was something to look forward to. We don't get that on Raw because they don't have any top tier faces. They don't have, and they don't have any top heels either. The Club isn't viewed as a top heel. They're kind of like street thugs that you overlook. Really, you know, they get their way, but they're not undefeated. They're not unbeatable. They're not indestructible. You know, Rey Mysterio just beat you last week. Interference, sure, but they were interfering in the match with him as well, so it's fair game. There's just nothing that's there to give you that wow factor or hold your interest. And then the storylines they give the most time to are the ones that usually are the most tedious or unimportant. The Lana thing, no one cares. I haven't seen or heard enjoyment from anyone with this angle. It's frustrating. It's illogical. It doesn't make sense. You got police in the ring. The guy's breaking a restraining order, laughing at them, dancing on the other side of the ring. The cops don't even go towards him. But they arrest the guy that is supposed to be protecting, you know, and the female. It leads to just... And I like what Trailbound said earlier, how they give your NASCAR champion, Kyle Busch, the 24/7 title, but yet SmackDown is on Fox. So is NASCAR. So why is USA and Raw promoting that when it should be SmackDown. You know, I know that's a little thing here, but it's like you just made the guy who won the NASCAR Cup your 24/7 champion. We haven't seen the belt in how long now? They haven't done anything with it for weeks. Maybe a quick runaround gimmick, and then we get Bush taking the belt. Why? Why does he want it? What does it matter? When are we going to see it again? What's the point? It's just everything fell flat.
Yeah, everything started like, okay, what's this? And then ended with like, that was dumb.
Yeah, Eric Young was trending tonight. And I mean, like, not just, you know, locally, nationally trending. Yeah. Because people were like, remember when Sanity was going to debut and people were so excited and how over they were in NXT? And this is his first singles match on Raw.
Really?
Yeah, first singles match on Raw.
And it was he did pretty good because people got behind him a little bit, and then he got taken out.
But it was a 4-minute match against Andrade, and you know you can get so much more from both of them.
Yeah, Eric Young could be able to get a mic and talk well into a microphone.
He
cut some good
well.
promos.
He wrestles excellently. He's got a hell, you know.
He can really have some good.
Black, you give him a 3-minute match when now's the time that you should really be building him up. If one, you want people to really get behind him, and two, you want to have this long, drawn-out battle with Buddy Murphy, then you need to give both of them wins that mean something. If they're squashing people left and right, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Eric Young could be involved in like lower mid-card matches where that like are kind of interesting, but instead he's used as a jobber.
And the thing is too, like, how many of these like highlight reel matches, if you want to call them that, you know, the quick squash scenarios have we seen of both the Viking Raiders and Andrade and Aleister Black, and it doesn't go anywhere. We don't ever see them face anybody worthwhile or credible. We just keep getting these matches in successions, these quick squashes, these you know, sub 2-minute feuds, and that's it. So if you're going to, you know, the intention of a squash match back in the day was to make someone look extremely powerful, but you're not doing that because every week it happens. So you're just making everybody look equally weak. That's the thing. No one's exemplary. No one stands out. When you have 3 matches back to back, 3, you had Tozawa lose in 4 minutes. You had Tony Nese lose in 3 minutes, you know, almost 4 minutes. And then you had Eric Young lose in 4 minutes. 3 in a row, all 4-minute matches, all the same results, all in that highlight sense. It's enough to fit in between a commercial break with entrances, and that's it. You got 7 minutes. Go for it.
They really have to start utilizing the lower mid-card, like the low card, the lower mid-card, and the mid-card. They really have to start utilizing those groups for like weekly storylines, for pretend that you're booking a pay-per-view, but it's for next week or the week after. And so every week there's always things happening that kind of matter, like Eric Young versus somebody else. Tony Nese and Eric Young have a disagreement, have something go down. They have a match. Then the next week it's like they're so mad at each other they're going to have a match to whatever the fuck, a ladder match. And they have a ladder match on Raw for some reason, and somebody has to do something if they lose, whatever. There's a contract, there's a title shot. You know, there's a United States, or rather who's fucking on the, what is AJ, the United States champion?
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, yeah, Jesus, I don't even know.
Last week.
So Rey Mysterio. So like, yeah, you have like, you know, Tony Nese, and you have like 6 guys. 6 guys are in a match to face a one-on-one match. The 2 guys left standing, kind of like what AEW did. Have a battle royal, 10-man battle royal. The last 2 guys in the ring are going to face off next week in a ladder match for a shot at the whatever the fuck belt. So like you do stuff like that where it's like weekly you're sort of doing something for a reason. What's the reason behind almost anything that happens tonight? There's none of that going on. So you have the weekly stories that are building to something. Fine, that's great. But you also have to have these week-to-week results that happen for a reason as well. So you get the 10-man battle royal. Battle royals are fun if you do them right. And so you have the battle royal. Now those 2 guys are going to face. Maybe they face later. Maybe the first thing that happens is the 10-man battle royal starts the show, and then the main event is going to be the last 2 guys in that match in a ladder match for the contract against the United States champion Rey Mysterio. Imagine that. Eric Young, they have a match. Eric Young wins that ladder match, and they do some cool things in the match. It's a steal the show type of match, and Eric Young facing Rey Mysterio now. And even
because what was the point of having Mysterio win it if it's only going to be passed back to AJ Styles?
Right. And even if
at least if he gets somebody else over, then it makes sense.
Well, and even if Young loses next week, then in that match, number one, you literally created an exciting opening of a 10-man battle royal. Number two, you've already created a main event that's really sounds like it's going to be fun, and then Eric Young wins, and now you're looking forward to next week, which is what the result of that is, which is the match. So then they have the match. Eric Young doesn't win, maybe, but Eric Young looks strong because he won a 10-man battle royal. Then he won the one-on-one ladder match.
Following up from there.
What was that?
That's the thing. That But following there, and you know this, I know you know this, but WWE's huge amount of failure with getting people over. They want to push. I can't even remember his goddamn name. Cedric Alexander. They pushed him for what, 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
And he lost, and then crickets. No one gave a shit.
No, a worse example of that, because I get
Humberto. They just did it recently with. Yeah. They pushed him for weeks and weeks. They put him against AJ. He lost. Put him against AJ. He lost. Then he won that battle royal, and they put him against AJ at Crown Jewel the same night, and he lost. So then when he comes out and the crowd didn't really give a shit to begin with, but now they really don't give a shit. Why? Because he's a fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, Eric Young would win twice, then lose the main match. But here's the thing. After that...
But at least he won to get there, and now you got to give him momentum. Now you do the squash matches. Now
Well, maybe he wins a couple more, and then maybe, Ray
challenges again, and then he's ready?
Or he challenges AJ when AJ wins it from Ray, and then he beats... And then he beats AJ maybe and becomes the champion. And then eventually Ray comes back and says, "Hey, you didn't beat me for the title. I want a shot at the title." And now you're like, "Wow, but he didn't beat Ray, even though he beat AJ for the title." And now he beats Ray. So now he looks now. Wow, Eric Young is really the champion. Remember they did this with Shorty G.
Yeah,
in the King of the Ring. This guy was people were screaming for him.
People were clamoring to see him, and then they gave him a stupid nickname. And they had him lose a few too many times.
They had him lose the King of the Ring.
No one cares. But even the King of the Ring losing, he could have recovered from. He still had momentum going into the next week. When they had him on the next episode take on Baron Corbin and lose again, and then come out and say, "Oh, I'm going to be Shorty G," to go through with
No, wait a minute. He lost the King of the Ring, and then he lost again. And then
Baron Corbin.
Then he rolled up Baron Corbin and beat him, but then he got beat up in the back.
Yeah.
After he rolled him up.
But that loss after losing to the King of the Ring, that was what...
Why did that have to happen? Yeah, why did that happen?
And then on top of it, they go ahead and give him that ridiculous nickname that no one cares for.
Oh, God. Yeah, man. I think it was...
So you went from... No one wants to say Shorty G. Who's your favorite? Shorty G.
Yeah.
You know whose favorite Shorty G is? Tommy's. That's the thing.
The most over... Tommy is a fat slob. Let me tell you something. This guy, Shorty G, Gable was the most over in NXT in the tag team, and even in the tag team with Jordan on the main roster. And the most over he ever was besides NXT, the most over he ever was on the main roster was that King of the Ring tournament when he was Gable, not when he was Shorty G.
Just Gable. And American Alpha was fantastic as a tag team.
Yeah.
They were awesome. And Jason Jordan ends up being Angle's long-lost son.
Yeah.
Which made, again, no sense.
Yeah.
Gable fit there perfectly. That was a chance to build him and use him. And
you know what they should have done?
Sees something in people and they just push it till it falls apart and crumbles. He squeezes it till it just dies in his hand.
Nobody believed that Jordan was Angle's fucking kid whatsoever. So that was the dumbest thing what they should have done and what they could still do with that.
Angle didn't even believe it. He kept saying, "Oh, how many kids he's got? I got 5 kids." They're like, "Well, 6 now." "Well, no, 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, but what they should have done with Angle, whether it was for Gable or whether it was for Jordan, although now they should do it with Gable, is Kurt Angle should have become his manager almost, or trainer. You know what I mean? Like he's training with Angle, and then Angle could have come out with him kind of like, what the fuck is his name? The guy that trained Shawn Michaels that they brought out with him at WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck was his... Jose Lothario. That they should have brought Jose Lothario out so Kurt Angle would be his Jose. It would have been perfect. I thought that would have been good.
What he was doing at that point in time, Angle was telling him not to fight and not to do it. Like he didn't believe in him. Yeah. No, don't go up against Braun. He'll kill you. No, instead of saying you can do it, you can overcome. He's like, no, don't. You'll get hurt. Yeah. So the crowd didn't believe in him. And then he hurt his neck.
Kurt Angle should have been like, he should have been like intensity, integrity, and he should have been in the back being like, this kid has a spirit that I haven't seen in a long time. I saw this in myself when I won a goddamn gold medal for the United States of America. Slap Gable on the chest, and Gable's like, I'm ready to go. Kurt, I'm ready to go, man. It's like, all right, we got a lot of work to do. And like Kurt Angle's training him and shit like that. And Kurt Angle's just telling everybody about the conditioning of this kid. It's off the page right now, and you're going to see it firsthand on Monday night. And like they could have gone that whole angle, and he was being cheered for in the King of the Ring. And when he left the King of the Ring, he could have just barely won. He could have said, he's like, man, I almost had that. Everybody in this crowd knew that I almost had that, but there's something missing that I couldn't quite get this done. And from there, he should have went on to try to train with Kurt Angle, and they should have shown video packages of that. And that could have elevated him back up, and he's like, I found that gear. And Angle's like, I saw what was missing in him a little bit, and they could have talked about it. Whatever the fuck. But the bottom line is instead the guy's cheered for, and everybody's behind him, and they make him lose then. And so, okay, you lose that momentum, all to give a heel a crown, which I get. But then the next day he loses again. And then he loses. Then he finally beats the guy that he lost to, but there was no build up to it, and he just rolled the guy up. But then later on in the back, he gets jumped and looks like a nerd and gets beat up by that guy again. So it's just like they made him look like a nerd. They make Seth Rollins look like a nerd. They made Roman Reigns suffering succotash look like a nerd. They make Gable look like a nerd. They make everybody, Ricochet, look like a nerd. You make everyone look like a fucking nerd, Vince McMahon. Do you like nerds? I know for a fact you don't, because you don't like Mauro Ranallo. Good God! Wow! You don't like Mauro Ranallo because Mauro Ranallo is a fucking nerd. That's what he is. A mealy-mouthed, babbling fucking nerd is Mauro Ranallo, but he's a better announcer than anybody on your fucking show. You watch him on the Joe Rogan show. Oh, Joe, blah, 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 blah. The whole comment section is filled with, wow, this guy Ranallo won't shut the fuck up. Wow, this guy Ranallo, just won't let anybody else talk. He's so excited because Mauro just has so much passion. He just fucking talks like a maniac because he is a nerd. Oh, this guy's a mark. He is, but guess what? He's better than all of your announcers, Vince McMahon, but you don't like him because he's a nerd. It's funny because you make everybody a fucking nerd on your show. Play a donation before I fucking kill myself or have a heart attack. One of the two.
Super Chat Party.
Mike Amilto dropped $1 super chat. Thank you, Mike Amilto. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I hope you guys subscribe down below. Don't miss out on the daily wrestling videos, news, podcasts, my opinions, the news that breaks. I'm going to have a lot for you this week. I didn't do a lot this past week. I'll have a lot for you this week, including I'm going to talk more about this NXT and AEW ratings thing and break down some of this stuff and speculation about it and things like that, and what we could maybe see this week. There's lots to talk about. But that's why Corey Graves is there. Although I am surprised Vic Joseph is there because he is a nerd, but he's kind of a nerd too. But, he's kind of like that good-looking, look at me in the suit nerd. Yeah, Vince McMahon likes me because I look like a sportscaster. And Vince McMahon loves sportscasters, and I sound just like Michael Cole. He watched Michael Cole for 20 years.
Super Chat
It's pathetic.
Party.
The Soundwave 92, thank you for the $1, man. Another super chat party. Lots of donations. I had them paused for a while, so we're just getting into them here. There's a lot of stuff to get to. Let me see who we got.
I mean, you hear Ciampa go ahead and say that he would rather retire than go to the main roster.
I saw that.
And he also said because he couldn't do the schedule. He's too far into his career, but he doesn't want to deal. He said, I'm not going to go up there and have a 6-month run and then call it quits. I won't do it. It's not worth it to me. He said, I'll produce or coach or be a part of it, but I'm not going to wrestle if I have to go to Raw or SmackDown.
Really?
He said, I'll do 4 years in NXT compared to doing 1 year in Raw.
Well, and he's been up there, so that means he hated it.
Yeah.
Super Chat Party.
Everyday Jam. It's my best Monica voice. Everyday Jam, thank you, man.
And then you read things like WWE thought Big E was boring and wanted him to juggle. And you wonder why we have problems.
Big E wouldn't be boring if they gave him a mic and said go off on the fucking mic or whatever.
This is during their New Day podcast, Feel the Power. Big E says, it's wild to me how all the pieces came together separately to form the New Day. Because at the time, the producers at the office thought I was boring. Something they wanted me to try at one point, they told me was, hey, can you juggle? They wanted me to juggle and have a match and bust out some juggling.
Oh, God. Dude, just give him the mic and let him... Like, even... Dude, they could have even gone, like, so stereotype old school and called him the Preacher. And it would have been better.
Super Chat Party.
Like, I can totally see Vince... I know how Vince thinks. I could see Vince having Big E come out with the fucking... like... the organ music. Let me tell you something, all you motherfuckers out there. On this day, God said, let Big E Langston beat the living balls out of Baron Corbin's ass tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then I said to the Lord, I said, I will break Baron Corbin's arms tonight on Raw, and I'll do it right now. Boom! And he smashes the microphone down, then just stomps down to the ring, fucking rips his fucking shirt, and then steps in the ring with Corbin and fucking snaps Corbin's legs on the fucking ankle lock or something. And then he fucking just grabs the mic and he's called like the fucking Preacher. That would be something Vince would have done. Like, I swear to God, it would have been better than this. I mean, it would have been better than that. Juggling.
Super Chat Party.
Everyday Jam, what up, man? Thank you for the $1.99. But that might have worked because Big E is actually good on the mic. They just don't know it because they don't let him talk if he has a direction. So he's so intense and shit that might have worked because Big E's just so fucking crazy. I mean, obviously,
the funny part, too, is they were talking about name changes, how Langston was just gone at one point. It was a good podcast. It was a funny listen. I do like hearing them tell road stories and stuff. And Kofi's saying, like, no, they never wanted to make me just Kofi, thankfully. But at one point, I almost won the King of the Ring, and then they realized they couldn't do that because I was going to be King Kofi Kingston, and that would have been KKK. So.
Oh my God!
And Xavier Woods goes on to talk about how he, was basically told that, early on, same thing with Big E being said he was boring. They told Xavier that, hey, we already have a Kofi, so that's basically how they treated him.
That's fucking crazy.
All the the racial things that you hear, it's like, oh.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, obviously they couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Well, according to what's his face, Miles, like they would have done that.
Yeah. That Reddit guy also had another post today. I didn't catch it then. His name, as I said before, Loose Lips Backstage.
Right.
That's his name. He said tonight's a really bad episode of Raw. Just watch it on YouTube after the show airs.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Wish I saw that part earlier.
Actually, all right, so I didn't see that tweet from that guy, but people were tweeting me, there's an insider who says, don't watch Raw tonight. Like, I'm serious. So I went,
I saw the news report that said about the Bobby Lashley angle.
Yeah, they were right. Everyday Jam. He's still at it, man. Everyday Jam is dropping tons of trains right now on our ass.
He's just nonstop. Thank
you, Everyday Jam, man. Thank you so much, bro. I can buy my kids Christmas, I think, this year, and so can Jake. Maybe.
They said that the big issue with Survivor Series was production. Once again, them trying to overproduce the match. They had Vince constantly calling spots that he wanted to attempt to engage the audience during the match. So Adam Pearce and Sarah Stock were the ones that produced the main event match between Becky, Shayna, and Bayley. And it's being reported now from Fightful Select that, there was a struggle to communicate from backstage to what was going on in the ring. And they didn't know if it was some type of equipment malfunction.
Wow.
Or what, but they were telling the refs so many different things that they didn't know what to do, and that's why things look clunky at times. So.
Everyday Jam, thank you. Wait a minute, you talking about at WrestleMania?
At Survivor Series.
Oh, Survivor. Oh, in the women's match?
Yeah, for the main event with Baszler.
Wow. All right. That's so weird. That makes somewhat sense, I guess.
It kind of does when you go back, because I heard this earlier, and if you look at some of the spots, remember we said like they just kind of stood there at points?
Yeah.
We didn't know, it seemed like they were trying to make up on the fly and things. That's why. So.
Jesus, man.
They had a match booked and set, and then Vince felt like they weren't getting the audience engaged.
Well, no shit, yeah.
At the very beginning, so he started calling and adding in high spots and wanted things to change, and trying to convey that to the referee in the ring just became a total clusterfuck.
You can't do that, man. The only thing you can do from the back when in matches is change the outcome.
Yeah, tell him go home.
Bry guy, thank you for the $1, man. Yeah, tell them like, hey, speed it up, work a little faster, go longer than we told you. Like, those are the things you can say from the back. If they're really saying like, do these high spots, do this now, make someone break a table. If you're really starting to get into that, like that throws just with the way the wrestlers now overplan everything. By the way, they really do. Everybody, hey, let's work on our match. Like, it's like, dude, everything is too planned. So then when everything is too planned and then you want to change plans, it makes it even worse. You're supposed to listen to the crowd. I get it. And it seems like a lot of these wrestlers nowadays don't get it because they're so produced that they're not used to listening to the crowd and being like, oh, shit, this ain't working. Let's do something different, or let's do that.
That's one of the things Undertaker and Shawn and Austin used to mention, how if something wasn't going right, they were good about calling an audible.
Yeah, and now you can't do it. And you can, but it's Muhammad Abdel. Thanks for the $1.99. But just so much, it's like you can't quite do that. But that match was just wrong, man. The crowd was dead. It was such a long show. That match was kind of doomed as it was. Like, no matter what. I mean,
yeah, the placement wasn't great for that, especially after you had the men's have so many like bigger spots, and
pretty much
the audience kind of lost its breath.
Everybody pretty much thought Bayley was there to take a pin. It was not exciting.
Bayley came out and let you know that she was there.
Yeah, remember her face? We were like, she is totally taking the pin.
She walked out. She was like, she just looked so defeated.
Like, who looks like that? I'm like, did the women's champion of SmackDown just walk out there like...
She basically came out, grabbed the mic, and was like, well, fuck me, right?
Yeah. She told the whole crowd that, like, hey, I'm fucked.
Super Chat Party.
Everyday Jam.
Still got him just popping in. Hot
He's
damn.
on fire right now, man. There's a lot of super chats coming in from Everyday Jam.
Stone Cold did say that his next guest is going to be Goldberg. I loved the Undertaker podcast. I know we didn't get to discuss it, but that was a fantastic listen to hear those two go down memory lane and talk about how they both had similar entrances into the actual, pro scene, being told that they weren't marketable, they weren't going to get over, there's nothing for them to do, and having to sit out for a while and eventually get into the business. Taker told some, funny tales about being the last man standing, and they both kind of had similar attitudes of things that they carried with them. Taker, obviously, WrestleMania 30, and Stone Cold's was, SummerSlam 98, both of which they suffered unconscious and severe concussions and didn't get to deliver the match that they wanted to. So they always carried that with them. And Austin actually apologized. It was a very touching moment for him to address that. And you can tell that's eaten him alive for, 21 years. So.
Oh, yeah, because he brought that up. He was so... Undertaker's like, you're all right. There was a great podcast. And it was another one where I felt, too, that they could have, they could have gone another 2 hours.
Oh, they planned, I guess, they said the reception was so positive, obviously, but they're going to have a part 2.
Oh, please, God. It was so
that's
good.
That's what I've seen rumored. It makes sense. They're going to bring in a few other people, and then I guarantee WrestleMania time, that's when they'll revisit it. So,
yeah, to hear Undertaker out of character and giving us, that information. And unfortunately, this is Soundwave 92. Thanks for the $1, my friend. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. This is what we wanted to hear once Undertaker retired and was actually gone. Unfortunately,
and he did admit what we had thought. WrestleMania 30 was the time. And
stop panicking. AEW will be fine. It's just 9 weeks.
Hey, I'm not panicking, Elfman, man. I love you, brother. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, definitely not panicking. Just surprised. Surprised
I don't think
a
they're
little
panicked
bit.
either, but
yeah,
they definitely have to consider some things to make some changes. But
Well,
then Austin got him to say, when's enough with your body if you're always in pain? And Taker also said that, I didn't think I was coming back, like I said, after 30, and then 31 happened. Then, with Roman Reigns, where they left his gear in the ring, that was the ultimate goodbye. He said he was supposed to be done after that, and then he wasn't. And it's all about pride and ego. He hated the match that happened in Saudi. He said that in all but a few words, and that really ate him up inside. And even when he was still hurting, he came back less than a month later to do the match against Shane. So,
yeah, that was hearing about how sore he was and how fucked up he was, and
he was pissed the way he got injured in that match from being dropped. He said we get hurt in the ring, shit happens, but he was not happy.
And hearing about the concussion, like we got that information, which we'd heard that for years about his concussion. I was waiting for him to bring up that Vince followed in the hospital, but he didn't bring that up, or that he found out Vince. Because remember, the one piece of news was that Vince left the WrestleMania to go to the hospital.
Yeah, that was shocking. That was what made it feel so surreal.
I don't know if he did.
Severe.
Do you think he really did now? Because
he did leave.
Because we did hear that, but Undertaker, I thought during the podcast, would have brought that up. But it seemed like Stone Cold didn't even know about the concussion. So
yeah, he didn't know much.
Yeah, like if we were there, or if Austin had known, but he didn't. But like if I was interviewing Undertaker, I would have said. And then we also heard that night. We heard that Vince left with you to the hospital.
Super chat.
That would have been nice to know.
Choo choo faggots. Choo choo. Chugga chugga.
What the fuck? Michael Hamilton, thanks, man. Jesus. Choo choo.
It seems like Vince could have been there for hours and he'd not have known it, because he didn't know where he was. He didn't know who was with him. Kept trying to get his wife to tell him so he could answer the doctors. And
yeah.
So Vince could have left at that point and he not remembered. He said he didn't remember till what? Like 4 a.m. the next day?
He said, and then the only thing he remembered was his wife's name and everything. It was just crazy to me. Everyday Jam, thank you, my friend. And if you're waiting for your donation, it should be playing soon, everybody. It's just we're way behind on them. I think they're catching up now, though. Still no news on Mauro Ranallo that I know of.
It was reported earlier that he'd be back Wednesday, but we heard this.
We heard that last week, yeah.
So I'm not. You can't report. It says right here, Ringside News. Mauro Ranallo returning to NXT this week. Sources tell us from Pro Wrestling Sheet that Mauro Ranallo will be on commentary this week at Full Sail Arena.
Well, maybe he will be. One of the things about Lana at the beginning was that she kind of was just like, oh, you're going to arrest me? Oh, like.
Super
shit.
Party.
Mike Amilto again with another $1 super chat. Thank you, Mike Amilto, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I would have expected her to be like, like if she was doing stuff like that, like, like when they were arresting her, that was kind of where I thought it was going. Like, okay, yeah, you're arresting Bobby Lashley. She's pissed. She slaps the guy. And then she just has a meltdown when she's arrested. And that would have been funny, I guess. It made her seem nuts. But instead, she was just kind of like, are you kidding me? You're taking me? Are you kidding me? It was like Melania Trump getting arrested. It was weird. It was like, why didn't she, like, I don't know. I just thought it would have been funny if she flipped the fuck out. But she kind of held it in. I feel like that's what Vince wanted. I feel like Vince was in the back, like if she was like, like, Vince would have been in the back, like, it's funny, but instead it was just.
I felt like she did the opposite of what he wanted.
Yeah.
That really, like you said, it seems that was the
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying I like either way. I'm not saying like I would have loved that or whatever. But although I kind of thought I would. I have a little bit of the same sense of humor. I mean, I think we all do as Vince in a way when he does the right thing. But yeah, so I pictured Vince being in the back and being like, what the hell was that? You got arrested? That's your reaction? That sucked.
Yeah, you should have been going ape shit.
Yeah, like or just better than what, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the segment was dumb.
It was awful. And before we get back to Raw, one last thing, because I haven't chatted your ear off in a while. Talksport.com was reporting over the weekend that they're looking at a possibility for Mania of Tyson Fury versus Lesnar.
That's stupid.
The reason being, if Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder to become the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the allure of having their boxing world champion face Lesnar is expected to be too much for Vince McMahon to say no to. Everyday Jam chiming in again. God damn.
Everyday. Thank you, Everyday Jam. Well,
That's
then
so many on this train.
Whatever he did with Braun and whatever Lesnar did with Diaz, that would be the same thing, wouldn't it?
With
you have a guy who's
Velasquez?
Yeah, you have a guy who's not a wrestler, who's a boxer guy, who's not really a wrestler, doesn't really look right in the ring 100%. And then you get a guy like Lesnar who has a style that's more MMA now, like in a way, than wrestling. And I mean, whatever.
Because Tyson Fury was on Sky Sports, and he said he could beat Lesnar in 30 seconds, no matter what kind of fight they were having. He said, I can flatten him. In WWE or a proper fight, I can flatten Lesnar in 30 seconds. So that was... I
don't believe that.
Party.
Muhammad Abdel.
I wouldn't want to see that. That's not anything that interests me.
I don't believe that Tyson Fury could beat Brock Lesnar for a second. I don't believe it.
If it was boxing, maybe. I could see it happening because Fury's got
boxing. Yeah, you put him in a boxing ring.
He's so goddamn strong, especially those bricks of hands of his. But as far as MMA goes,
his reach
I don't see it happening.
His reach is bigger than Lesnar's, I believe, too.
And if they're doing wrestling, Lesnar will turn it into a shoot. And make him bleed.
Wrestling, Lesnar wins. UFC, Lesnar wins. So like Lesnar wins in everything, unless it was boxing gloves in a boxing match with the boxing rules.
Oh, we're bringing back the brawl for all.
Yeah. You do that, I think that's the only realm that I could believe Lesnar could lose. That's the only realm he could lose.
We have a new member
of the
JCS Army.
Hector Gutierrez. What up, Hector? Thank you for becoming a member and joining down below. That just is some extra help for the show, and you get the cool icons of the Joe Cronin Show. And your name appears green on desktop as well if you are a member. So thank you, Hector Gutierrez, for becoming a member, man. Welcome.
So continuing with the review of Raw, which, all intents and purposes is our job here. We had 3 matches in a row, like I said. We had the Andrade, Eric Young go over quick, Black and Tony Nese go over quick, and we had the same thing with, Akira Tozawa and Drew McIntyre. So what do we get after that? We get our 4th quick match, Eric Rowan and No Way Jose. The first match of the night was a no finish because of AOP taking away Kevin Owens. Our 5th match now, every other match has been 2 to 4 minutes. Eric Rowan demolishes No Way Jose. Could pin him after doing his, claw slam, whatever you want to call it. I would have called it. Then pins him.
I think you should call it the Skull Crusher or the Skull Crusher or something like that. I don't know.
The Ass Diddler.
The Ass Diddler.
At this point, because we're all getting fucked for watching this. Then I guarantee you I know what's in that cage.
Okay.
That he carries around with him.
Gizmo?
Nothing.
Nothing's in there. He's just talking.
I bet you that there is nothing in the cage, and it's just in his head. He's seeing something. He's delusional, and and that there's nothing in the cage.
Oh my God, you're probably right. That's hilarious.
So I said that earlier, and I'm sticking with it. They've made that's why people are freaking out when they look at it. They're like, nothing's there. I guarantee that's what they're going with.
Like,
they asked him backstage. They tried to interview him. What's in the cage? They're building this up. It's going to be nothing, and really, he's just talking to him, or a mirror,
a pair of dirty underwear.
They're going to do something. But there's no animal.
No, that's Mojo Rawley. He's already got that.
Well, Mojo's non-existent.
What happened to that?
Either, so
one of the most interesting things that have been going on with anybody for some dumb reason was Mojo screaming into a mirror and then nothing happened.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it out. I need to fucking figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. And he's in the ring with some like jobber guy who's looking at him like, and they like zoom in on the guy's face and he's like. And then they zoom back in on, like, they zoom in, like, with a moving zoom in on Mojo, and he's like, figure it out. I'm going to fucking figure it out. And the other guy's just like, what the hell? And then he goes, ah! And he just, like, snaps, and he's, like, the crazy possessed maniac. Like, and then at some point, like, they put, like, the face mask over him like he's going to eat people, and they just make him this unhinged, like,
psychopath,
psycho type of character. Yeah, and he brings the mirror, like you said, to the ring, and he puts the mirror down, and he looks in the mirror, and he's like, And
Remember
just
for
like
Warrior and a few others, they would do those edits where they'd come to the ring and then they'd snap and you'd see like more face paint or they'd do. I would love to see him come out clean and then he would snap in the ring and suddenly he'd have the blue face paint on, the broken mirror look, and that would be when he snaps. Just make it more ridiculous. But
even that, I would take it, man. But, whatever. But instead of
better than a red light,
better than 6 promos of him going like, figure it out, and then nothing happening, like nothing happening. That is the what
another one they gave up on.
They wasted our time.
Super Chat Party.
Super Chat. That is the Soundwave 92 with another $1, man. It is a Super Chat haven tonight, during the stream tonight. Where are we at with the Super? I can't even tell. There's so many donations I can't even see them. But I'm just gonna let them play because I think we're behind a lot. My screen is frozen, but I think we're behind a bit. Soundwave 92, thank you, man. He's been having a good night tonight. Speaking of Soundwave 92, Everyday Jam is looking like he's gonna take home the digital JCS title tonight because he is the $200 donator earlier, and that was a bomb. And we got more to come here. And the Turkey Club sign in the crowd cannot be undersold. That is amazing that somebody made a Turkey Club sign, and it was the first thing I saw when Raw started.
Super Chat Party.
So badass.
Oh, look at this from Braga.
So super badass.
Locomotive cow face turkey cat with tears of joy honeybee face blowing a kiss smiling face with hearts.
Oh, God.
You would really do that?
Yes, Onision, they'd really do that.
Wow.
Yep. Braga, thank you, man. I'm sorry. We can. What do we not talk about? The Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte.
Yeah, we had that match, and I'm sorry, but I know we're getting to the tag match, but you had Charlotte almost beat the tag team champions single-handedly.
That was, dude. Why is first of all, this was probably the best match of the night. Because
it was the only match that had a finish that was semi-enjoyable, I guess, the way they got to the end, but still,
just everything. The match, I think it was one of the longest matches.
I believe, yeah, because the last match, I got to check the timing on, but it's definitely up there.
Thank you,
Mike
Hamilton.
Last match was 14, so yeah, this match was 16 minutes, I believe, even from bell to bell.
It's like, dude, Mike Hamilton, thanks for the $1.
There was a lot that happened.
Why?
Too. It was a good match. It's just I don't have any interest in this feud.
Why did it happen? Why did one
I don't
person?
like handicap matches.
Why are the tag team champions
really, like telling a story here with this? This didn't say anything. Like Flair did a good job trying to like really convey emotion, without acting like an idiot with all the woos and stuff. Like she genuinely showed that she was struggling, but tried to overcome all the adversity that she faced in this match. Like
Jerry Lawler tried to play heel, but he called her Ric Flair's daughter twice, like an idiot.
Yeah.
Do you know how insulting that is? Like Charlotte's in the ring, and twice Jerry Lawler was like referenced Ric Flair, and then she's Ric Flair's daughter. And it was like, stop. What are you doing?
You're not getting it.
You're making it worse for her.
Turkey. Okay, hand banana.
Soundwave 92, thank you for the $2, man. Yeah, and the match should have never. Why am I watching the tag team champions against somebody in a handicap
almost
match?
Taps with the figure 4, and then Kyrie comes off the top with the insane elbow, and it was a cool looking spot.
I thought they were going to have her tap, but
I thought they were going to have her tap as she hit her with the elbow going for the pin.
But because she's not legal, it wouldn't have counted. So I thought they were actually going to have her tap.
That's what I thought they were going to go for.
And I'm like, if I even see that, I'm going to flip the fuck out. And
especially because Charlotte's been beaten by Asuka twice now,
right?
Or once. Well, she got misted twice. She beat her once last week, which made up for WrestleMania's loss and then some.
I get that they are in a little bit of a thing, but just the idea of it was like, why?
Well, yeah, they should have won much more, single-handedly here.
Yeah.
They really made Charlotte look extra strong.
But it's the best match of the night.
Charlotte just needs, Hornswoggle in her corner, and she would have been able to overcome, essentially, is what they were trying to tell here, because she almost had them both so many times, and it was just a numbers game that was the disadvantage.
I mean, so they would argue that, hey, we just made them look strong. We just made Charlotte look strong. We just made the tag team champions, put them in a prime spotlight with a major star. So they, from WWE's standpoint, they believe this built all the characters. They believe that they elevated the Kabuki Warriors. and that they elevated Charlotte or at least kept her, whatever the hell. But mostly they believe they elevated the Kabuki Warriors with this. That's what they believe.
But see, the reason they even had this match is because we've seen them face off again so many times recently, either a tag versus tag or one-on-one in different versions of itself. Because we couldn't see Baszler involved and Bayley, they had to do that as well to fill time for the past few weeks. So this is going on for the better part of, I feel like, 3 months. We've seen them go against each other, and not tonight, but next week is the go-home show for TLC.
Yeah.
What left do we have to see?
Oh my God, it's happening again.
See you naked.
You would really do that?
Superman punch in my rectum.
You are fucked.
Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Oh, Roman Reigns.
To add to AU and NXT ratings talk. Why is it okay when TNA was on spike when they got a bad rating but still draws over 1 million viewers? People bashed it, but when it comes AU, people try to protect and say, well, they won in the demos. Don't be hypocritical.
I agree. I don't care about the demos, whatever. The numbers down, they lost. That's the bottom line. They lost. They lost. Unless we're going to make a rule where we only look at the demos. Thank you, Malibu Al. I appreciate that. I agree with you. They goddamn lost. That's what happened. They fucking lost. And speaking of that Roman Reigns donation, let's go back to July 2016, where Awonddy, our buddy Awonddy, covered that song on his piano.
Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
That was Awonddy back in 2016 covering that on his piano, much like he covered the original Monetize This song that Justin Bailey created as well. Awonddy, the talented Awonddy from Abu Dhabi. Awonddy, baby. So good at that. So good at the piano, man. This motherfucker doesn't understand why he was put on the earth. I'll tell you why you were put on the earth, Awonddy. Because you got hands of a goddamn god, Awonddy. Allah. No, I'm just kidding. No. I love you, Awonddy. All the way across the sea in Abu Dhabi. Awonddy, I will blow your ass, you sexy beast. What's next, Jake?
So talented. Really is.
Pretty damn. It's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah. We have the Raw Tag Champs, so we go from demolishing one set of belts to the others. You know, Viking Raiders take on somebody. I have it's in notes somewhere. Does it matter?
What? Wait, who?
Mark
what?
Sterling and Mitchell Lyons.
Yeah, random dude. Hey, good for them. They got some time on TV.
They got a minute 35 of screen time, and then we got to see them. You know, the Viking Raiders make their intimidating faces over and over because we're strong and we beat.
Wow,
the shit
you
out of
looked
everybody.
exactly like the other guy, right there. You really did. You looked just like him. Not Ivar, but the other one.
Eric.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah, I just think
gotta get that evil eye.
The guy who didn't teach me to wrestle.
So what the hell? It's what our sixth match of the night. That's our fifth match. Excuse me. That's gone. You know, subpar 5 minutes and just that sub 5 goal is hitting in strong. It felt pointless. We don't ever see them do anything but these squash matches.
Yep.
We know they're strong. We know they're impressive.
Yeah.
We watch them at Survivor Series, you know, get the only win for Raw. We know what they can do. Give them someone to fight.
You know what'd be cool? Having a local talent, a local team who's kind of like known in the independent scene. Like, I mean known. Think about it. Like somebody like I'm not saying these
like the Blade and the Butcher,
like the Blade and the Butcher, yeah, or like say like Will Ospreay or somebody like that. Not them, but like somebody like that who's like kind of known on the independent scene. Be like, yo, we've been hearing about these Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
How about this Viking Raiders? My name is blah, 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 and I want to come to Raw, and we're going to take those titles from you. We've heard the WWE's putting out opportunities for the tag team champions. And then have these two guys who are like minorly known by a group, like, you know, I mean, they're in whatever companies they're in or whatever the fuck, or they're in independents, or they're
local,
somebody who's kind of known, like, but isn't known a lot. You know, bring them in, and then like have that promo play and like build even storylines outside the company with somebody, like, or not it's not a storyline, but build the challenge. And then it's like, you know, well, then it's like, wow, they really are taking on competition from anywhere in the world or something. At least it would make things a little bit better.
They would get credit for showcasing independent wrestling. They would get, you know, a huge, it would be a great deal of service to them. You know, it would look like not charity, but it would be a positive outlook.
Right.
You're bringing in people. You're not just squashing them. You're giving them a chance to showcase their talents. This could help them get scouted or even just get a pay increase in their own division, because now they're, come see Jake and Joe who are on Raw and almost be, you know, the Viking Raiders. They're going to be here Saturday in our main event at, you know, JCS Wrestling. That goes a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a huge rub for people. Now you can say, come see Mark and Mitchell who got their asses kicked in a minute on Raw. No one gives a shit.
Exactly, yeah. Which I don't mind, by the way. I don't mind it. But like you said, they've just done this a million times with the Raiders. It's one thing.
So many times we've had, you know,
Bailey
sports
has the
personalities.
fattest peach I've ever seen.
Oh my God, Jesus. Gentle on James with the $2 super chat. Bailey has the biggest peach I've ever seen. What the fuck?
You would really do that!
Elias! Ladies and gentlemen, Elias! Bruins suck. I love you. Keep it up, Elias. Thank you, Elias. I'm sorry about... We beat up on Montreal the last couple games, so Elias, I am sorry for that. That is 22 months in a row from Elias on my Twitch account. Thank you guys for, by the way, thank you guys for being badasses and hanging out with me during my 15-hour stream over the weekend for Monetize This, for the Corrupted Podcast, and for everybody who's been signing back up on Patreon. I'm going to be giving shout-outs all week long for the new patrons, the returning patrons, and the producer-level patrons. And it'll be a good time.
Party.
Everyday Jam. And also remember this, that on my Patreon right now is Morning Madness episode 194. When it becomes episode 200 of my podcast, my Morning Madness podcast, it is going to turn into, I believe, either Cronin Speaks again or back to, I think it's going to be called Madness. I think it's going to be called the Madness Podcast. So it will still be episode 201, but the name will change to Madness. That way it's not kind of cushioned into every Morning Madness when it's not. But if you're new to the channel, I hope you guys subscribe below. I'm live after every WWE event, AEW event, and NXT we talk about as well. Everything else right here. We're live almost every day. Tons of videos, all that stuff. We've been doing this 8 years on this channel. 50 million views or something like that, a little bit more than that. I don't think it shows that way now because so many deleted videos, but I did have 50 million views at one time between this channel and the last one when you add them all up.
Super chat.
So you guys are a part of that, and we couldn't have done that without you. Everyday Jam, thank you for that, and I hope we get to 300 likes tonight, or I'm going to kill a bunny rabbit. And I mean, not a real one, but a stuffed bunny rabbit, and you don't want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see the stuffing fly out of a little tiny bunny rabbit, another cotton fly. You know, Jake doesn't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Jake wants to see it. I don't want to see it. Jake is a psycho. I'm not a psycho. Jake actually steals from people who are homeless. I don't. Jake eats people. I don't. Jake plays with furry animals and then sticks needles in them later on at night. Oh, my God. That was fucked up. He doesn't do that. I'm kidding.
No, you're not. It's okay.
Hey, and
you're letting go some privy information there, you know, a few of my secrets.
I still want someone to break in.
That was one time with a homeless guy, and technically he took my pizza. So,
and he deserved it because he had the needle on him anyway.
Exactly.
He probably just sent him into his Friday night.
I'll share. Just let me go first. Party. They don't listen.
Soundwave, the Soundwave 92. Thank you, Soundwave. I still want someone.
That was Elias's 22nd month in a row, by the way. He messaged me before.
22nd, baby. Yeah, I shouted it out, man.
Crazy. And then Drew, good old Drew the Gatekeeper, let us know that, oh, look at that. R-Truth is once again the 24/7 champion. He got it back from Kyle Busch after Raw.
Dude, Daryl Waltrip is alive?
Yes.
Did anyone else? Like, I was like...
like, what? Yeah.
Like, I mean, the two of them were racing when I was watching racing in, like, 1998.
99, yeah. They had a bad feud then, and you're like, holy hell.
What's the other one? It was Daryl Waltrip and what?
Earnhardt.
No, but who's the other guy that was
still
there?
Alive, and Gordon.
But who was the guy that was
too?
there tonight? Daryl Waltrip and I know both of them, but I forget who the other guy was. I know them both though. Everyday Jam, thanks, man. But yeah, I was like, they're not still racing though, right? Like they were just there. They're not still racing.
Bush just won.
Oh God, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Yeah, that was Waltrip. Yeah.
Oh, Bush. Yeah, Bush is newer than Waltrip, but Waltrip
he's not that. No,
isn't he?
He's been there.
I mean, Bush has been around for like I want to say 18 years, 20 years.
Kyle Busch has been around for a long time.
Maybe longer than that. Than Kyle Busch. Yeah, shit. But Daryl Waltrip, bro. Daryl Waltrip's been racing for like fucking, I feel like 30 years. Is he really still racing?
Yeah, Waltrip's been there forever too.
It's up to the NASCAR people in the chat will tell us, but like I feel like I haven't been watching NASCAR. I stopped watching NASCAR after 2003 or so. Mike Hamilton, thanks for the $1. Right when they changed,
his brother Kurt was there first, right? Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of his brother. Maybe I'm thinking of Kurt Busch.
Was there for ages, and then.
So weird. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is not dead. Dale Earnhardt's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, Earnhardt passed away in.
I don't know nothing. I haven't known anything about NASCAR since 2002, 2001. I used to watch it.
Yeah, he passed away in 2001. I remember I was watching that race.
I was loving the fucking NASCAR video games at the time back then. I loved playing those games. So.
Yeah,
I
was too. I used to play for the 64, and then when the Xbox first came out, one of the original release titles was NASCAR.
I was a big time Dale Jarrett guy.
I used to like Jeff Gordon.
Oh, I'm gonna choke you! I hate Jeff Gordon. Everyday Jam.
I was
thank you.
Like the nerd.
I wanted to choke Jeff Gordon, man. That DuPont thing gives me I see that car, man. I have AIDS stained into my ass.
He was such a geek, but it worked.
Yeah, he was good. He was like the Tiger Woods or something of for a little while. He kind of like
franchise player.
He was like who's the guy now who kind of looks like him in a way? Ben, who's the political guy? Ben Shapiro. He kind of looks like Ben Shapiro. That's kind of funny. I'll tell you because I got in the car and then I raced and but no, we're letting the donations fly, man. Everyday Jam with another $1.
We still have some major bombs coming in too that we haven't even gotten to.
Well, we'll get to everything here. I can't see shit, but
hot damn.
Hot sauce clam chowder.
After all that lovely Viking Raider mean mugging action happens, we go ahead and we get Ricochet and Mysterio and Humberto having their little powwow, and they say that superheroes can be real, but I have to push that aside because it's about showing up and shutting up the OC. What terrible lines they say, and they've ruined my me from moment go, and it's like everybody has a gripe with them, and there's Mysterio just holding on to the belt. Like, I don't have any problems, but whatever.
I don't have a problem with those guys in a mid-card, middle of the night match, but I have a problem with it being the main event.
And especially when we've seen this so many damn times.
Right. Like, why can't they book something that's random to be like not this, though, but like something that's like seems fun, like I was talking about. Like, why can't they go...
Something unprecedented that we haven't... It doesn't always have to be unprecedented either, but at least at this point, make it feel showcase-worthy. Oh my God, we haven't seen that.
Louis Belmont Show Reviews. Thank you for subscribing to me on Twitch, man. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, bro. Twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS. I'll be playing Diablo after this, live on Twitch, so check it out, man. Thank you,
tonight for the main event, Aleister Black's open challenge continues. We don't know who he's going to face, but he said he's going to make this match main event worthy, and that kind of thing. What kind of feuds do you want to see? people had asked us, and it's like there's so much talent. It's hard to just like, but that'd be great. McIntyre and Aleister Black. I think we can get something great out of those two. You know, even Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black, I'm looking forward to. But now it's kind of treading water because we have TLC in another week and a half, 2 weeks, and it's like
you said, forget the TLC with Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black. Like, do it now. Be like, build something like that for Raw, not for the pay-per-view, for Raw, and
that's
have
what's missing.
Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black ladder match, and like, can you imagine if fucking it ended with Aleister Black punches him in the gut as he's at the top of the ladder, and then Aleister Black masses him from one side of the ladder to his face. He executes the black mass on the ladder, on the top of the ladder.
That would be incredible.
But even if you couldn't do that, the punch to the stomach, he bends down, and then black mass from the mat off the ladder, and then he climbs the ladder to win. Like, lots of stuff like that. Spaz Phoenix.
Crowder staged the Epstein suicide that didn't happen on his channel. I'd rather watch that in a small room with Michael Jackson's corpse than Raw.
Thank you, man. I did see some of that, actually. I saw Crowder's video.
I heard about it, but
thank you, Spaz, and check out Spaz Phoenix Wrestling Podcast on Spotify. And you can check out mine on Spotify, too, under Joe Cronin Show. So I'm on everything. Although I haven't uploaded a whole lot, but some stuff's there, more's coming, and Jake DeMarco has a sexy pussy.
That's
Spaz,
right, baby.
Thank you. If you guys really love me, then we'll get to 300 likes. We will get to 300 likes.
So close.
Please. I shoveled again tonight. I shoveled again tonight. Kids have a 2-hour delay again tomorrow. Why don't
they
they
let
just
us know about the delay till 6 o'clock this morning? I hate that.
Just call school off, man.
They always wait in last second.
Thanks, Bry Guy. Why don't they just call school off? I mean, like, it's going to start snowing. Leah said it's going to start snowing at like 8 or 9 a.m. tomorrow, and then it's going to go until...
It's snowing here now for us.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it's going to go all the way until the morning, so...
Please just call school off for us. Like, do I really have to get up and we have to get our kids to school?
I hate having to get up and shovel
for this
right
shit.
away.
Yeah, just call it off, man. Come on. We'll be fine.
There's probably 3 inches out there already.
I got 3 inches in my pants.
Yeah, squared.
Here's my me driving through my neighborhood yesterday, which I want to say thank everybody who donates and has always been a patron and everything, because I wouldn't have this neighborhood without you guys. So, but here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm driving.
Look at that shit.
Shit bomb.
Call this number 8,637,338,925. Ava the robot does all the talking to make the sales by text.
Z the Gamer. Thank you, Z the Gamer, for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. Okay. We'll let the robot do all the talking. Z the Gamer. Thank you, Z the Gamer. Probably some product line advertisement thing. Fuck it. I don't know.
Hey, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, so we got the main event. Nothing new here.
What else we got?
Nothing.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly?
Well, you ain't going to get
stuff. Oh,
shit in right now.
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Wow.
Raw Blue, but it'll be at AU this Wednesday and we'll call in if I get back in time.
Nice.
We'll probably be intoxicated. Card looking good so far. Looking forward to the insanity that it'll be Mox versus Janela and Daniels versus Pentagon should be damn good. Let's party naked.
Let's party naked, Chili Cheese J. Thanks for the $3 Chili Cheese, and you have a good time at AEW. That's going to be I hope it's a good show. It's going to be a good show this week after last week's throw up.
Super chat. Play Tommy's TikTok. Do it.
Tommy's TikTok, the Soundwave 92. Thank you, Soundwave 92. All right, let's check it out. The fuck is that? You hear that, Jake?
What else we got? Oh, a
weird.
little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Not trying to complain, but what is the point of Humberto? After seeing the Turkey Club sign and Owens coming out, I basically lost interest. It does feel like they're trying to push Owens as a modern-day Stone Cold. I'd clue cares fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, that's basically how I feel too. Robbie Hyde. I was happy, though, Robbie Hyde, to see the Turkey Club sign in the crowd. That was pretty goddamn epic, Robbie. Pretty goddamn epic. Jake, I'm trying to get him back.
Where am I living? Where am I living? Where am I living? Right now. You would really do that?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I just wanted to say, I wanna pee on you. Debay. Just wanna pee on you. In the moonlight. Wanna pee on you, Debay.
Thank you, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Oh, you want to pee on Debay in the moonlight? Is that true? Is that really true? You would really do that. You would really do that.
You would really do that.
I want to pee my pants. Just pause the donation. I want to pee my pants. Just pause the donations.
That's Leah. Oh man, thank you very much for that. Pee on you, Debay. Yeah, it's always a fun time with Debay.
If I could turn back the time, make it all right. How could it end in piss? There's a sting in the way you piss on me. Something within your eyes said it could be the last time for it's over.
Oh my God.
I just wanna pee on you, Debbie. Piss on you all night. It keeps on giving me chills, but I know now.
Debay's pussy.
I feel the closer we get to the last vow. And I don't want to end in piss, but there's a sting in the way you piss on me. Something within your eyes said it could be the last time for it's over. I just wanna pee on you, Debbie. I just wanna pee on you, moonlight. I just wanna piss inside your sort of penis. Just wanna piss on you, Debbie.
All right, thank you very much for donating that to remind me of the Piss on You Debe song from months ago, which is still available for download on Patreon and still holds, aside from Never Leaving Neverland, the Michael Jackson song that I made, that is the number 3 most downloaded song on my Patreon. So thank you for that. And thanks to
never guess what number 1 is.
Oh, you're right. I don't even know.
You don't know?
No.
Oh, I would have said Blumpkin.
Blumpkin's like number 4 or 5.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
that
know.
would have taken the cake.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like 4 or 5. I think Never.
That's always so highly requested.
For some reason, Never Leaving Neverland is number 1.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, that's a catchy ass song. So
Turkey donation song is up there. I mean, there's a lot. They're all really close.
okay.
They're very
I wasn't
close.
thinking donations either. I forget those are.
Yeah, there's one with like, I think Never Leaving Neverland has like 320 downloads or something. Which, at the time there was probably the most patrons during Never Leaving Neverland, right? Because there's probably 350 patrons at that time. All those other songs, there was probably like 320. And even now that we hit the record with 400 last month, we went up to 420. We're back down to 365 right now, but I think the patrons will come back in the next couple weeks. We'll be back to 400 again. So next goal is 500. We'll go. I'll do a 24-hour stream if we hit 500. But you'll also be able to download tons of the songs, tons of the weird things, all on Patreon. And if you're on Patreon and you need the links to things, just let me know. I'm coming up with a better way to categorize it all. But every week I'm going to be trying to go back to sending you links to all the songs, all the episodes of this, all that in a Dropbox so you can download everything at will easily instead of having to search for it. So I will try to get that out there again this week. So thanks for reminding me of that.
Super Chat Party.
Damn, King Huerta.
Raw was terrible. Why are the Viking Raiders still squashing jobbers after months of being built up? The highlight for me was Joe on commentary. Even a 13-year-old like me can see how bad this company is.
Damn, you're 13? How the hell did you donate? King Huerta 187, thanks for the $9.99 super chat. I hope you got your parents' permission. But that being said, Joe was the guy. The only thing that shined on commentary tonight was Samoa Joe. That is absolutely true. But Vic Joseph got worse as the night went on with his robotic self, and Jerry the King Lawler got full cringe by the end of the night. So, I mean, that commentary went from a 5 out of 10 to maybe a 1 or 2 out of 10 by the end of the night, which is not good.
Super chat. I hope Bailey's pants split and we see all that peach.
Oh, God. I hope Bailey's pants split and we see all the peach.
You would really do that?
Yeah.
Super chat.
Wow.
Super chat. Get Morrow on AEW stat. That would be great.
Yeah. That would be really cool, man. I would. Drew Bar 100. Thank you, Drew Bar. Yeah, it's too bad, man. I mean, the one thing about Morrow, man, I won't bash him. I don't.
We plan the spot all day. I want you to jam it in.
Holy shit.
Oh my God! Whoa, it's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle. Horrible show, no build. I am guessing 6-man is title ladder match. Ricochet, AJ Drew, Humberto, Randy, and Ray with belt hanging 1/10. Horrible show.
Holy shit! NASCAR fan! And speaking of NASCAR fan, he might actually know those questions that I was saying earlier about Darrell Waltrip. My God, NASCAR fan! That is
like
what
2 hours later. But
oh yeah, it's the fucking super chats in the chat. I didn't even see it.
that's why I said bombs to come.
Oh my God, NASCAR
yeah,
fan!
NASCAR.
Holy shit, bro! What the fuck is what the fuck?
But EverydayJam can't let that happen.
All day. I want you to jam it in.
Wait.
Oh, it's in your bunghole.
What the fuck is going on?
I want it jammed in my bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
We're having this is a fucking war. This is one of those fucking wars.
Sorry not tonight NASCAR fan, nice try but not enough lol.
Oh.
Glad I finally got someone who can almost beat me lol. The WR is on lol.
Oh my God. I thought it was NASCAR fan again. Oh my God, dude, NASCAR fan dropped $250 and then Everyday Jam dropped $251.
He could not let that title go. That prestigious JCS championship was about to slip through his fingers, and he just cashed in his Money in the Bank.
That's
Literally.
how much this belt means. This digital championship means, Jake. Man, I'll tell you what, this belt is worth more than any WWE title at this point.
Absolutely.
God, my God, Everyday Jam and NASCAR fan are going at it. NASCAR fan was the champ for about 10 seconds.
And that's after Everyday Jam dropped damn near 50, donation bombs in the train over and over.
Oh, my God.
All those super chats.
This is crazy. What the fuck? I did not expect this type of shit to go down tonight.
We've been having a huge resurgence the past few weeks on the Raw review, it seems, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
The Raw review's been taking over Monetize This.
That's right. They see my face and they just want to throw money at the screen.
That's what it is. It's Jake's cock. That's what it is.
Goddamn fat jolly bastard. Here.
Oh, my God. I wonder if NASCAR fan flipped out when he saw Darrell Waltrip still alive.
I know. He was like, damn it, I thought he was dead too.
He's dead. Wow, man, thank you so much. Holy shit, bro. I can't even believe that. That was an hour ago, it says.
Super chat.
Yep.
Yum, yum.
Wait for that.
100 Murda Man. Yum, yum. You got it right, man. That's definitely what the ladies say after they chomp on Joe's cock.
Couldn't think of the name I was looking for before. It was Asher.
Asher. What happened to him?
With his grandmother's credit card.
Raw was terrible, kisses Joe.
Fist Me Grande. What the fuck? Yeah, thank you. Raw was terrible. I agree.
Grande.
Shit bomb.
Hey Joe. It sucks to be you. What do you think my new buddy Samoa Joe?
You know what, Vic Joseph, you fucking Nosferatu giant piece of shit, Vic Joseph. I want to choke your... Joseph!
And yes, Dio Madden apparently did die. They're not going to acknowledge that
they were
fired
like,
him.
they're like, hey Dio, stay home, man. You're gonna be good. And he's like, what? Really? Yeah. We want you to sell the injury from Brock. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Rey Mysterio gets killed, wins the belt the next night. But
he wins, but Dio Madden's dead. Another black guy.
Super chat.
Next week is Go Home Show for TLC. No matches on card.
Whoa. Well, why Society? That's a great point. Like, what are they building towards? Why not build the weekly show of Raw? You're barely building to a pay-per-view.
Maybe Tommy's browser history is in that cage. Beaming face with smiling eyes, face with tears of joy.
Google, how do you kidnap children? Like that's, oh man, that'd be really scary. Adam Goldstone, thanks for subscribing to the chat. And thank you to Y Society for those donations, man. Much appreciated to Y Society. Good points to Y. And Adam, thank you for subscribing to my channel, man. Welcome to the JCS Army. Everybody have a beer for Adam.
Shit bomb.
Who subscribed.
Remember when Mark Martin used the Drive the WCW car? He was my favorite since he was on WCW every damn week it seemed.
Yeah, I remember that. That's funny. Dick has herpes. Thanks for the $5. Becoming a $5 shit bum. That's how my mother's ex-boyfriend, who was a piece of shit, and we didn't really get along, but he liked NASCAR so much, and when they had the WCW integrations, like, that made him kind of go, oh yeah, it's the wrestling thing that my this stupid kid likes, because he thought the wrestling was terrible, until Stone Cold came, and then it was like, cool. It was weird. So...
Oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. Oh my
Jake.
god, I'm so fucking horny. Oh my god, I'm
it's
so
time.
fucking horny. Happy fucking birthday. Oh my god, so
dirty.
fucking horny. Oh my god, so horny. Oh my god, so horny. Happy birthday. Oh, honey, honey, honey. Donation time. You gotta put it in my round bum. Be so fucking horny.
Bailey's ass is asking for a smacking. Just saying.
Yeah, everybody is bringing her up tonight. Did I miss it? I didn't even see it. Big Fuego Jacob, call back. I'll put you on the air, man. You guys add me on Skype. Danny Deadly, I'll put you on the air.
That booty just stands out. I'm still rubbing my nipples in excitement from that one.
I'm not a fan. Black Lab 27. Thank you, man. Not a fan of Bailey though, man. She reminds. I don't know. Although this
one doesn't look young anymore with the haircut.
Yeah, the new haircut though is kind of hot. Like riding you with that new haircut. Thinking about that, like yeah,
short hair that you could still pull. Yep.
Yeah, it's weird. Now that she doesn't look like a kid, I kind of do think she's hot. It's true.
Yeah, but it's her ass. Thing goes on for miles.
Party.
New donation, please pee on you, Deba.
maybe.
Such a classic.
It is. It's
instant classic.
I forget where I did it, but I know that the song's still up on Patreon. I know that.
It was on Monetize This, I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
I want to swear you did it on Monetize This. I might be off, but.
And I swear. What was that? Bry Guy, thanks, man. We're catching up finally on these things. Let's put him on the phone. What did he think of Raw? Big Fuego Jacob.
Oh, shit.
What up, Jacob? He is a $50 patron, and he is from Chaotic Behavior on YouTube. And he is
muted.
Big Fuego, and he's big muted. I give him the best intro ever, and his microphone's muted.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey. Yo, those fucking bombs, those 250 bombs were fucking insane, dude.
Didn't see that second one coming from Jam. He wanted that belt bad. He cashed in.
What a fucking what a guy.
What? Who's that?
No, I want to throw a question your way, and I was actually going to hang up right after.
Yeah.
Just quick question. I believe The Rock actually answered this on Twitter recently. Who is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
That's always a tough one.
Random ass question, I know, but that's all I got for tonight. But thank you for the call, so thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you, man. Jacob, I got you. That's cool. Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, we kind of have gone like back and forth. I think we always, you and I agreed that Michaels was on there.
Yeah, for me, it's tough. I have to go for me, I have to explain that I got into wrestling partially because of like Hulk Hogan. And then another way I got back into wrestling when I saw The Undertaker debut. So there's a lot of it's tough for me. Like for me, it's like Hulk Hogan, it's Macho Man, it's Undertaker, it's Shawn Michaels, it's Stone Cold, it's The Rock, it's Cena. But that's more than the Mount Rushmore, so it's hard to, all those guys. Like if you want to say who is my personal Rushmore,
that's what you have to go on because to say like who is the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Then you're really not limited, but it has to be more of like a cohesive
I'm going
agreement.
Michaels, Hogan, Stone Cold. How many Mount Rushmores are there? 5?
You got 4 heads.
4 heads? That's it? I thought it was 5.
4 heads of forehead.
That's fucked. But Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and the last one is so tough. Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, and I'm almost... And I almost think I have to say The Undertaker. I want to say Bret Hart, but I almost want to say The Undertaker. It's really tough for me, but I could watch Austin.
I would definitely go Stone Cold. I would definitely go with Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to put The Rock in there.
I'd put The Rock in there if he had.
There's no such thing as a personal Mount Rushmore. That's a top 4.
Yeah. So this.
Yeah, I know, because the Mount Rushmore. But if I'm the one building it, damn it, then guess what? It's mine. If I'm building my own,
I'm going with.
I'd put 3 heads on there and tell the last one to be interchangeable.
Basically, it's like for me, from my reasoning behind that is Hulk Hogan is what got me into wrestling. Hulk Hogan is what made me love wrestling for a long time. Even when he became a heel when I was 11, that was interesting. So but all of that 5-year-old Joe to 11-year-old Joe was all about when it comes crashing, it was all Hogan. But Shawn Michaels was also a guy that I loved when I was about 5 and 6 as a heel, and I loved him. And then going forward, I loved him even more. And then he became a face, and then I loved him more, and then loved him more. Then he got injured. And then he came back, and then I loved it just for so long. So I'd probably put Michaels number 1, Hogan number 2, Stone Cold number 3, because then when Stone Cold came around was around the time I was about to lose interest in wrestling maybe, and things were getting really pretty bad, and then the Attitude Era started, and then Stone Cold was just so on fire, just on the mic, and just his energy and what he did, that really propelled me into loving the fuck out of wrestling again. And that was during a time, too, when Michaels left the company with the injury for 3 or 4 years. So Stone Cold is there, and then I guess the reason why I would then plug Undertaker in is because Undertaker was someone who's just always been here at some point around WrestleMania 7 and beyond. So when, Hogan was gone, the Undertaker was still here. When this guy was gone, Undertaker was still there for something. So that's why I'd go with those 4 myself, and why The Rock doesn't make it on my list.
See, Seth said Hogan, Rock, Flair, Austin. The Rock said Hogan, Flair, Austin, which everyone kind of seems to be in agreement with, and Bruno Sammartino or Gorgeous George.
Right. And and again, I didn't watch a lot of Ric Flair when I was really young. I saw Ric Flair when he came into WWE for 1 year or whatever it was, and I didn't really see Bruno Sammartino, so that's why I don't say that. But when you make a Rushmore of like the most important people, if you said make a list of the most important people in wrestling, then you're talking Bruno.
Which is the point of the Rushmore.
Bruno, Flair. Yeah, if you want to talk about the most important people to wrestling, it's Bruno, Hulk Hogan, Flair, Stone Cold, John Cena, The Rock.
Like the Mount Rushmore. It's hard to argue against Hogan, Flair, Bruno, and Austin.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock doesn't have...
Those guys were at the top of the business, and pretty much, I mean, each one of them did something to reinvent the business as a whole and bring it to a new form of relevance. So
I didn't really love The Rock's matches. I didn't ever really like The Rock's matches much.
See, I did, but I had a lot of like personal intrigue with it as well. So
I like his... He's the best. He's one of the best. He's probably the best promo of anyone. But
my grandmother got dragged with me to Raw, and it was in Springfield. My uncle was chief of police in Berniston, Mass. So I hadn't been to a TV taping. I've always been to house shows and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'll finally get to go to Raw. And my grandmother's like, oh, I got to go with you, And she's like, she used to watch wrestling early 90s, but she didn't care for it anymore. And so she takes me there, and she was kind of like, not downtrodden, but wasn't loving it the entire time. And then The Rock came out, and she lost her shit. She turned into like the ultimate fangirl. From there on out, she had every single Rock shirt that ever came out, signs. I mean, we went every friggin' time they were around and then some, and she would go insane for The Rock. So
is this your grandmother?
Yeah. So that made it more interesting for me to enjoy. Like, so I had more of like a personal interest in The Rock. So for me, it holds a special place. He would be on my Mount Rushmore.
Were her panties? Was the seat wet when she got up?
I'm sure it was dripping. She made some passes at him at a signing too. He was all about that. So.
And he was like, "What the fuck?"
No, But hey, Grandma gives you a good time.
I would love to see your grandmother and The Rock just make dirty sex.
That would be one hell of a tape.
I'd watch it.
Give Sonny a run for her money.
The Rock shows her his strudel. That could have been. By the way, when we were making fun of the Debe "Piss on Me" song,
I'm too much. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm too much.
Wow.
Ugh. I mean, I'm a fat bastard.
What the hell?
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr.
Remember, this Christmas I'll be watching you. I have presents for you down here. 'Cause remember, you'll float down here. Remember.
Sing something, just so it looks like you're singing.
No, I'll do my impression of Dan.
Okay, well, Dan sings sometimes.
Yeah, I don't look like that.
Whoa. All right. Well, thank you guys for sending me those clips.
That changed the mood.
Of Tommy.
My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up in bullshit, I might go.
He doesn't even know what he's saying. He's not even singing or lip syncing. He's just going.
There's so many too. Like you'll see
bug
people
binoculars.
upload 1 or 2. He uploads dozens.
I really do want to slap Tommy. Like I really do. I want to slap his goggles off his head. Y Society said that should be a new $75 donation. Thank you, Y Society. Sure, not sure what, but might have been. I don't know. I don't know what that reference was into.
Super
Will Tactics.
Party.
What up, Will Tactics?
Pee on you, Debbie donation, please.
I wanna pee on you, Debbie. I wanna piss on you. Wanna pee on you in the moonlight all night. Wow, I'm messing up my voice already from the 15-hour stream. And I'm like, let me just mess up my throat again. Will Tactics, thanks for the $1.99. Will
Deep
Tactics.
throat and honey's not going to fix that.
I'm going to deep throat you.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Well, I'm going to pass the torch over to you while I pee really quickly before we wrap up on some stuff. And I'm going to be up playing some video games. So I'm staying up. This stream is staying on.
This stream's going long and hard again.
What are your final thoughts on Raw? Or you can choose, Jake, it's up to you, and put the platform on you. What are your favorite, what's your last take on Raw? Or what's your breaking news if you have any? I'll be listening.
I'm looking through for news, and there just hasn't been anything worth speaking of tonight. We did mention earlier that Becky Lynch did take on Kairi Sane. Unfortunately, you know how that ended for her. Becky wins, puts on the disarmor. That's your dark match. You know, who was it that mentioned it earlier? I think it was Y Society that had tweeted me. Yes, it was. He said next week is the go-home episode of Raw for TLC. There's no matches officially scheduled. We know we're getting the Kabuki Warriors taking on Charlotte and Becky. We'll see that in a TLC form, but WWE Champ isn't going to be there. You know, we haven't seen Becky on TV since Survivor Series, and the Raw Tag Champs are still doing pointless, you know, jobber squashes. We're not getting anything, really. I imagine we'll get Daniel Bryan to go ahead and take on The Fiend once again. But the unfortunate part of it, WWE does this over and over and over again where, you know, they give you the bait and switch. They promise one thing and they don't deliver. And it sounds like a broken record on maybe my part or a few others, but it really genuinely is troublesome. And it's why people tune away, because they feel slighted. They feel like they just don't get what they were promised. You're not delivering. Last night you said you're going to get, you know, Rusev taking on Bobby Lashley. Didn't happen. Didn't happen that way at all. And instead, you know, it's just time and time again, we get these things. We're promised a new character in the Firefly Funhouse. Doesn't happen. So they find a way to cover their asses by saying, oh, well, this is, you know, this is what I meant. This is what I was going for. And, oh, well, we said a new character, but really, you know, we're going to get a new version of Daniel Bryan. He'll be clean shaven, or, you know, his haircut, but it doesn't count. You know, we're going to get Kofi Kingston, you know, defending his title, and we'll see who's the better champion against Seth Rollins, and everything ends in disqualification. You know, there's no set conclusion. They always want to protect everyone, that everyone ends up looking weak in the process, and nothing, you know, feels finished ever. At least back in the day when you had a feud, you would get to a point where you had a decisive victor. There was a clear conclusion. Someone won, someone lost, and then you moved on. Now things just tend to linger on to the point of, you know, it's ad nauseum. Just like the main event of Raw tonight, you know, Mysterio, Ricochet, and Humberto. Ricochet and Humberto have teamed up against the OC dozens times at this point. I mean, dozens. The OC goes ahead. They get the win at the end. But we've seen the Styles Clash from the second rope, and we've seen the Styles Clash from the second rope on Ricochet, and we've seen the Styles Clash from the second rope to Ricochet for a pinfall victory in the main event of Raw in a six-man tag a few weeks back. Like, it just... So after the match, you know, Randy Orton comes out. Everyone was waiting for it. We knew it was going to happen, RKO. But several people had tweeted me, you know, at least 10 of you had said, oh, here we go. We're going to get a Claymore kick out of nowhere. And we get nothing. And I know they don't want to have, you know, too much going on at once, so it gets confusing. But it's not overly convoluted to know that I don't like you and you don't like him, and, you know, he doesn't like you either. It's not that, you know, much of a love triangle. It's not a hard puzzle to figure out here. We generally go ahead and, the audience understands what you're trying to convey. They treat you like simpletons, like morons at times that just can't follow a simple storyline. So they keep it at a basic level, but it doesn't need to be there. We know that AJ lost the title because of, Randy Orton's involvement, but that doesn't mean we still can't have a separate storyline, with McIntyre. I don't understand why they can't pursue multiple things at the same time. That's one of the things that I like about NXT, and I also enjoy about AEW. They're able to have, a few different things going on. We know that Adam Cole and Ciampa have this huge feud, but now we're also seeing Ciampa take on Finn Balor. Why is that so difficult to do on your main roster, your main two shows? I know it's not fair to call NXT the main, the developmental anymore, but it's still how I refer to Raw and SmackDown is the main roster. I don't know why they can't go ahead and give us something more interesting, but that's basically what we get out of all of it. It's not fun. It feels, overly forced most times. And unfortunately, there was nothing enjoyable about tonight's Raw. I don't want to come on here and sound negative. That's why I hardly tweeted tonight, because I don't want to complain constantly. And I genuinely try and tell people, well, find one good thing. Find something you enjoyed. Well, the one thing that I would take away from this is at least we got to see a little bit more of McIntyre. Finally got him on the mic for a bit. I enjoyed his promo. He has a problem with people that go on social media and whine and they don't go ahead and be direct. They have to, have these miscues and talk behind people's back. He likes to address things heads on. So at least we got a little bit more defining characteristics for him. But hopefully it goes somewhere. We discussed this before with Mojo, with so many others. We get these embers, and it starts to catch. The fire starts to burn, and then they put it out. Hopefully that's not the case here, but going forward, are we actually going to see at TLC Bobby Lashley and Rusev? We've heard it for a while that's would be when they actually face each other. Does anyone find an interest in that? Randy Orton, AJ Styles. The reason I'm not hyped by this is because we did this for the better part of the beginning of the year to lead into WrestleMania. We had their match at Mania. AJ Styles won. We're revisiting a feud, not a year later, not 2 years later, 6 months after the fact. And there's no real reason for it. There's no, stipulation at hand. There's nothing on the line. It's just, I cost him a title because we felt like it. We previously had bad blood, so that was enough. But your rivalry wasn't so epic that it stands the test of time, that it's something that could be revisited and the fans will enjoy. It's people popping for a simple finisher. They only want to see the RKO. The fact that they're not showing Becky, you certainly feel the slight of star power. It's not there. It just doesn't have the same allure to it. It's a noticeable, diminishing return as far as faces go. And what are we going to get here? We've seen the Kabuki Warriors defeat Charlotte and Natalya, Charlotte and Becky, and many others along the way. So is their goal to build up the Kabuki Warriors more, or are they going to lose at TLC? Either way, it doesn't feel good. If they beat Charlotte and Becky again, then you're beating your top Raw Women's Champion. If you beat the tag champs, then Becky has 2 belts, and one of which is not being defended. Meanwhile, we're heading into the Rumble. So she's not going to work double duty. It feels like a convoluted mess when it doesn't need to be. It's a painful issue that just they could remedy really quick. There's so many other women that they can use or call upon, or at least give time to shine. They're not doing so. Where the hell is, people like they teased everybody with the new character. Everyone thought Liv Morgan was going to show up for the Funhouse. That didn't happen. We have the U.S. title.
I just thought we'd get a puppet, but I think a lot of people thought we were going to get a puppet. They didn't even get that, though.
Yeah, we got the, head buzzing of Daniel Bryan. They removed his hair.
Or he may have cut Daniel Bryan's pubes, though.
That could
we don't know.
I saw Tommy Googling before how to get peanut butter out of pubic hair, so that makes sense.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. That is...
You are a lot of content creators and dogs this weekend, I'm telling you.
Wow.
Something to live up to.
That is fucking crazy.
Wow.
Damn Tommy. But honestly, there's so many things that just don't make sense, and they force it to be this way for no reason at all. I don't know why they try and play to the lowest common denominator when it doesn't need to be this way. It doesn't. There's no rhyme or reason behind it.
Yeah,
you're not going to get behind Humberto. Yes, exactly. Music for Life. You know, he's cookie cutter and atypical. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, what is this guy saying? You just bitch about nothing. Liv did show up on SmackDown.
She was the last fiend. Yeah.
She was the last fiend. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing for me to get excited about on this show. It was a lot of stuff.
I said
stuff done
McIntyre
worse.
getting time on the mic was decent.
That was one of the best things of the night was McIntyre on the mic.
But there was nothing else that stood out. We had one good match, really, in the
2-on-1 handicap match, yeah.
And that really hurts
And it
everything
made
that
no
they're trying
sense.
to build towards.
Yeah, it made no sense why you'd want to get to that match to have that happen, but it was the best thing of the night. So it's like, that's okay.
At least in weeks prior, we've had, like, you know, a pretty crap show as far as stories and promos and packages go, but we did get one or two really good matches. You know, we've had our Adam Cole and Seth. We didn't even get that tonight. There was just nothing to it.
Well, but are you excited for Seth Rollins on WWE Backstage?
And no CM Punk again? No.
Yeah.
Last week we knew CM Punk wasn't going to be there because Triple H was.
Mm.
So now, you know, does he have prior obligations to commit to, or is it just because Seth's there and they don't want? They were apparently mad at Seth for mentioning Punk last week. So,
well, they probably signed him for 6 to 8 episodes. So
I'm sure it's going to be like a Brock thing where it's sparse just to spruce it up and bring in attention. But I also don't think they got the ratings they wanted with Punk being there either.
No,
it was only about 100,000 more. So
yeah, and I think if Punk came back to Raw, my prediction now, based on those numbers, is if Punk returned to WWE Raw, I think 500,000 extra people might tune in, maybe 500,000 to 300,000. So that's the number. So if somebody were like AEW was like, how much is this person worth? Well, now I can tell you. AEW, I can now tell you that the low end is probably going to be around 300,000 and the high end will probably be around 500,000. So 300 to 500,000 people are going to tune in to see CM Punk. Is that worth it to you?
And that's because of the way they handled it.
Right.
Had they not brought him back in you know, the way that they did, not even so much WWE, but even Fox allowing it, you know, and too much time has passed, I feel like. Not more than enough. He's still able to come back, but there were certain points in time where it would have been, you know, suffice it to say, better for him to return. So,
right.
I think if he wanted to wrestle, he would have went to AEW. It's as simple as that. He clearly said he doesn't want to. He said never say never, so people hang their hat on that. You know,
he's Randy Orton.
Hill to die on, but
he's goddamn Randy Orton.
Yeah. There's supposedly a mass exodus coming. I know we've both addressed this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you had said, even maybe less of a mass exodus, but you know, there's so many contracts that are ending and people don't want to resign. You brought up that Andrade and Charlotte are trademarking, you know, their non-wrestling names. You've got the Queen of Wrestling and Ashley Flair, El Idolo, and, you know, things like that. This way they can, when they get out of WWE, they can have some type of you know, ability to sell merchandise and do things for themselves. And a lot of people, you know, in the business are doing this. It's not all just to go to AEW. People just want to be able to do things for themselves. They're not happy in the company. Right now is reportedly so, and we hear this from so many people and sources and wrestlers themselves, the lowest morale in the history of the company.
Jesus.
I feel like this is worse than you know, 95, 96. Honestly, when everybody was jumping ship to WCW.
Well, because then the morale wasn't that low then from the wrestlers.
Yeah, it was more defeated with creative, but they said, I mean, even Taker said that a lot of people felt defeated, but it also gave them a drive to say, like Austin had mentioned, what the hell, we have the better show. Let's get out there and
well, that's what I mean. They felt that they were kicking ass and they weren't defeated really. But who was defeated was The Office.
Yes.
The guys like the Bruce Pritchards and the Terry goddamn whatever the fuck they got fired. They laid off several major people from the company who went. Terry Taylor who left the company to go to WCW. They only laid off Terry Taylor because they ran out of money. So the office was and again, I will go to the fucking thing a million times. They came for the fucking water coolers. The goddamn water company came for the water bubblers and took them out of the building because they couldn't pay the bill for the fucking water bubblers. The water cooler, the Poland Spring guy came and took the fucking water out of the office in Connecticut.
He emptied the
difference
machine was gone, and
the difference is right now, the wrestlers are frustrated. The creative, the wrestlers, the attendance is down, but yet Connecticut is doing just fucking fine. There may be a free gold machine that comes and gets installed in the office.
They are doing very, very well, and
money-wise,
especially with the move to the new building and all that stuff. They're bigger and better than ever, and they're making more money. And
I can't believe they're about to move to a brand new giant building. That building, after all these years, Jake, being a kid driving by that building and being like, "That's the WWF, that's the WWE." Oh my God! And now I don't know where it's going, but
it's not far away.
It won't be visible off the highway, though. Is my point, right?
No, yeah, you won't be able to drive by and see it.
See, I
remember seeing
the thing.
DX spray paint on the side. I remember seeing them, filming so many different vignettes and stories and being up on the roof with the wrestling. They've done all this stuff. Not anymore.
It's actually sad to me. Like, it really is. I know that it's good to move to a bigger office and whatever else, but man, that's gonna suck. I don't know. It's stupid. It's so sentimental, but just I just driving by every once in a while, driving through Connecticut, and you see the building, and you're like, yeah, it's the WWF. That's cool. Like my whole life, it's probably driven by it about 25 times my whole life, but every time it's there and you look for it, like where is it? So, and you being in Connecticut, definitely seen it a bunch. So
yeah, many a times been, you can pull right in front and you can see all the statues, the Hall of Fame statues there now, and Andre Hogan, stuff like that.
Building is an old piece of shit though, but it's still
granted, but it still has that great aesthetic look to it. And it looks very impressive the way, it's all glass and kind of still has that I don't want to say futuristic because that's not it, but it's what they thought the future would look like years ago. That kind of futuristic, 80s futuristic.
The guy who designed the windows, I think, was one of the guys who did the other buildings where he tried to make it look like when it was like nice sunny clouds in the sky day, the building would almost look like it was part of the clouds or something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. And like Moxley said, he got lucky. He said it couldn't go any better for him when he was talking on the State of Combat podcast. He said, when I decided to leave, AEW wasn't a thing yet. So it worked out really well because I got, green checks all around to get my ass out of there. And he's right. He said, I was able to luck out. Now, anybody that wants to leave, they want to pin everyone down, obviously, because they don't want them going elsewhere.
Right.
So that hurts morale as well too, and they know they have you. Look at Sin Cara. I want to be released. Well, now you can sit home and finish out the rest of your contract for 3 years.
That's true.
Think about how many talent, how many of the talent right now have Twitch channels and are playing. It's more than ever. Everybody has a podcast. Because they're looking for other ventures because they're trying to prepare for life outside of WWE.
Right. And this is like a new platform that they can do that on, and it's kind of crazy.
And, you're playing games with Randy Orton and AJ Styles, and obviously Xavier Woods had his for a while, but Tyler Breeze and Baron Corbin, and, there's so many, and it just keeps adding up, so.
And I just want to remind everybody that it was the first of the month the other day, so your Patreon pledge may have gotten denied by accident, or your credit card might have been whatever it is. So just letting everybody know that you'll want to re-up your Patreon pledge if you didn't do that, so you don't miss out on the bonus content. I put up a Morning Madness this morning that you can go listen to later on. But that being said, I think we kind of nailed about everything we could. Here's Court Foreman. What up, Court Foreman?
Hey, Joe, where would you rank Jericho all time? A lot of these AEW guys think he's better than Brett. I am biased cause Brett was my favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, the only thing, Court Foreman, that unfortunately for Jericho, he's got a lot of nostalgia and imprinted memories of Bret Hart in my mind that he has to contend with. So Like, I have Bret Hart above him, but as far as character and comedy, but in that type of stuff and entertainment, you know, Jericho did a better job than Bret Hart. His most entertaining time was really, to me, when he was a heel. And he
I can argue Jericho over Bret Hart all day.
I think you could. I mean, I agree. I think you could. But I'm just, Bret Hart has so many matches.
Bret Hart was so impactful at that point in time and kept people watching. But.
Lawler made a joke about Rowan caging a kid. Face with tears of joy
I
beaming,
did see
face
that.
with smiling eyes.
That was funny. He goes, maybe there's a kid in there. Why? Thanks for that donation. I was like, what the fuck?
Shit bomb.
Better question, what is your faction Mount Rushmore? Mine is NWOOGDX Evolution, and even though this iteration is definitely nowhere near the best, the Four Horsemen with Flair, Anderson, Malenko, Benoit, fuck Mongo. So OGDX, NWO Evolution and Four Horsemen.
For me, I'm going DX1, but NWO could definitely be the number one. But forget the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. I would go DX, NWO, the Four Horsemen, and the next faction I'd have to think about.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Jake? What the fuck? We plan the spot all day. What is happening? What is happening? I want you to jam it in. Oh, it's in your bunghole. Oh my God! Whoa! Whoa! It's in your bunghole. What is going on? I want it jammed in my bunghole. Whoa! It's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle. Everyday Jam, you mentioned my name in the chat and here I am. Your move, brother. Sly Hustle J, this Omega Bomb is for you to go to a new computer or Christmas presents for the kids. JCS Army, remember one thing. Jake DeMarco is sexier than you and you know it.
Oh my God, Sith Negan! Jesus Christ! It is Christmas! It's a Christmas miracle from Sith Negan!
And here I thought, mentioning my sexy face, I was only kidding about that, bringing in the cheddar. Damn, Sith Negan. Woo!
Jesus Christ, it is Jake's balls. And oh my God, Sith Negan, holy shit, I didn't know. Dude, what is going on tonight?
Everyday Jam.
Thanks, man.
That title slips away again. You called him out.
Wow, man. And you guys got Jake paid tonight too a lot, so thanks you for that. Some Jake don't always get paid. You get Jake paid tonight.
I'm here to entertain.
Jake is getting a cumsicle in the mail.
Ooh, baby.
Jake, I'm going to send you a cumsicle of money in the mail.
Yeah, baby.
Sith Negan, $300, beating out NASCAR fan and Everyday Jam's 251 on this just insane fucking Monday Night Raw review that's gone bananas. Like insane bananas. And by the way, the 15-hour stream should be up in full, I would hope soon, but you never know with the processing on YouTube. It's missing the end when Brenna showed up in the morning and then earlier on. Goddamn Sith Negan. Holy shit, make some goddamn noise for him in the chat. And speaking of making noise for Sith Negan, which can't be said enough when you drop a $300 bomb, I also got a shout out real quick. Oh God, Joe Compton, Renegade Joe Compton, he dropped 35,000 bits on Twitch.
Crazy amount.
35,000 bits on Twitch. So I do want to shout out him. He only 8 of you were watching when he dropped 25,000 bits. So I just wanted to shout him out, Renegade Joe Compton, because that was nuts. Everyday Jam, thank you, and NASCAR and everybody who's been dropping money tonight. This is insanely insane. And if you want to become a member, you can do that down below and join and get the icons and all that stuff. But goddamn, Sith Negan. Sith Negan! By the way, me and Leah did a podcast. Wow, Sith Negan. I just can't believe this happened. Me and Leah did a podcast, Till Death Do Us podcast, episode 14. It's up on the Patreon. It just happened 5 days ago or something. So for the people that listen to it, thank you. And when you guys listen to stuff on Patreon, if you can, hit the like button so I can see that you downloaded it, heard it, or donated. Leave a comment, even better, but leave a like if you'd like to. Me and Leah talked about this. Leah said this. She said you should do a poll to see if I should stream. Leah had the idea. Leah had been, a lot of people tell my wife to stream or whatever, and she's like, I don't know. So she was thinking about doing it, and she would only have a couple donation type things, and she was going to do it to raise money for the dog to pay the dog's bill because she owes her dad $3,000 from the dog's surgery. So if you guys think that that's a good idea, hit her up on Twitter at IncomingTube. She said she'd be willing to maybe do that and stream with video and all that stuff, and so that could be
her, playing WoW and getting people into that.
Yeah, I mean, I told her even just having people of this show knowing she's live could boost her numbers. That for anybody to watch her. So she's thinking about doing that. But then again, I don't know. But let me know. That was on that episode. We talked about that only for a few minutes. But people just keep asking her every day, stream. Why don't you stream? Why don't you stream? Why don't you play video games? So she may do that. But yeah, listen to Till Death Do Us podcast, episode 14. It's an hour and 30 minutes long with me and Leah. And yeah, thank you guys for this. Holy fucking Christ. There's still more donations, too, to play.
What else we got?
Still a shit ton
a
more
little
people.
bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Love that turkey club sign.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. Why don't we get AJ Styles versus Orton versus McIntyre at TLC in a ladder match and the winner also get to face Brock at Royal Rumble? Also WWE, please scrap TLC and Hell in a Cell and bring back No Way Out and Armageddon.
Zach Connor, thanks for the $3. I agree. That'd be way better. And you know what I mean? And it's not that you have to always have those type of matches at Armageddon or at, whatever, but at least the idea that they could happen any time is interesting. The man that wants to kill my wife, Kevin Scampoli.
Bucks for a fuck, someone donated 9. I'm getting hard, I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9, I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9, suck my dick.
Suck, fuck, suck.
It's the Butcher Who and the Blade and
the Bunny.
Kevin, did you?
Bunny.
The Bunny.
JR's like, have we ever seen them on AEW before?
Yeah,
the Butcher.
Super chat.
Ryback does it already.
Yeah, Ryback does, but a lot of other people did it before Ryback, and for like 2 years, Ryback's shit was nothing. Nobody listened to him. You only listened to him when he bashed me. Scampoli, whatever happened to the old video? I think you took it down. You took it down. Oh, shit. NASCAR fan.
Dang it, Everyday Jam for taking my belt. Lol, you're awesome, but it goes to a good cause for Joe.
NASCAR fan, thank you, man. No, man, I definitely appreciate it.
I think that's what he was going for.
He was hoping for the turkeys, yeah, but the turkeys don't trigger in the super chat, unfortunately. Only
Kevin had a great
Streamlabs.
video recently with talking about Seth's heel turn. Like you said, same thing we had said. You don't want to see those people get cheered. And
yeah,
it's a great point. It's hard, you turn somebody
you said
from
he was a
face to
piece
heel.
of garbage for talking about Leo like that, and you would never ever watch anything from him. You said he was a scumbag. Jake, you're a liar.
We're best friends now.
You
We're
are a
skipping down
piece
the
of
street
shit.
with
You're
rainbows.
a flip flopper. You're a fucking flip flopper.
We're getting married next week.
Oh,
don't tell
fuck
anybody.
you. You are a fuck.
We're in love. I'm not supposed to say that out loud though.
This fucker. Oh my god. I forgot to plug the new Twitter, Joe. Oh, I think I saw you follow me, Kevin, the other day. But I do got to look at it.
Yeah, you got out of jail, and he went ahead and
he got a new Twitter. Yeah, so we'll be we'll be
it was a crazy weekend on Twitter, indeed.
Can we guess in 2020 who loses their Twitter first, Kevin or me? Like, who's gonna lose their fucking Twitter first, me or Scampoli?
Hopefully neither. Jesus.
I don't know, man. It's pretty hard for us,
Yeah,
like,
you too.
Like somebody
colorful.
Somebody sent me a
commentary.
screenshot from a couple months ago and was like, Joe, I was just looking at your tweets because I was laughing about something, and I think you should delete this one. And I was like, what do you mean? And he sent me a tweet that I sent someone. I said, go cornhole yourself, you cock-sucking retard. And I went, oh, yeah, that's I went and deleted it. But he was right. I was like, yeah, shit. I really said that. I guess I did say that.
Twitter announced today that they have new terms of service starting at the new year, which I'm sure are going to be even more, SJW enforced entirely. So
Twitter, the bottom line is, and I've said this for over a year, the terms of service on Twitter and YouTube are this: we can terminate you for any reason because we said so.
Yeah, it's purposely vague.
Yeah.
Same thing with Twitch. Same thing with, there was the guy that got banned on Twitch recently that went off on his YouTube stream, basically, going off on all the females that get away with murder on Twitch. But, one of the girls was searching something on Google and didn't realize it, but she was, showing nude images and some of the search results. And it was a mistake, but she left it on the screen for a while. And it was there. She doesn't get suspended, nothing.
Yeah.
He had, somebody say something in a Call of Duty chat. They use some type of racist or, harmful language, as they put it. That's somebody on a mic in a video game elsewhere that you can't, as soon as you get into the lobby, you don't even get a chance to mute it. Somebody says something. And you go, I apologize, somebody else. And he loses his entire channel.
Yeah, dude. A guy lost his channel once over just a rap song.
Yeah.
The N-word too many times in the rap song, the guy was gone. It's like
it's
what's going on? But other people could do it. Just makes there's no reason. If they don't like you, they want to ban you. Like, you're done. Like, that's all it has to be. Is they don't like you, you're done.
Super chat party.
Sith Negan got hidden by
Damn
Awonddy
it,
by
I can't
accident.
donate 301 lol. I reached the super chat 500 max lol. I now down. That was awesome.
NASCAR fan 666 donation. Thank you, NASCAR fan. I reached this super check 500 max. Dude, I appreciate anybody who's been dropping anything tonight, but yeah, NASCAR and Everyday Jam and Sith Negan, big players tonight. Everyday Jam over 400 and something. Sith Negan with the bomb 300. Everyday Jam donated the most, like, if you add it all up. You guys have been three beasts tonight, and I will put that money towards, like you said, paying the peeps, the kids stuff. Certainly Santa's coming, and the computer, man. We're gonna work that computer out.
Super chat.
It looks like
Super chat.
Aimed at You is an underrated song on Patreon. Musical note.
Aimed at You is in. Yeah, I don't remember what I was singing about on that. What was that? Now it's driving me nuts. Aimed at You? Let me hear it. Is this it? Why Society? Oh, yeah, this one. I know this one. Why Society? Thanks for that donation, Why Society. Here it is. I am live on Twitch right
All
now.
the motherfuckers out there try to diss me. Bullets must be made but make believe because they miss me. All I ever hear is how you talking behind my back. Better be careful, I will drown you in a bath tub. Tug, blood spilled on a rub. Yo, rubber dub dub, this will go and need a scrub. Looking for a hug cause I fill you up with drugs. Drag you to the porch then throw you over easy. You're no longer breathing, murder in the season. I do it for a goddamn good reason. Yo, put on some dungarees and are you gonna try to talk tough when you're 5'3"? Go get a lawyer, yo, cease and desist me. I cut out your kidneys and sell them on Wall Street like your Larry Funk, except your liver is okay. Yo, just fucking go gay, get over with. I always gotta hear about your fucking ass each day. I told everyone about a pedo named Stacy. Everyone said I was the bad guy being mean. How you feel now that he fucks with boys 15? DJ forever play, DJ forever pray. Only kids innocence, I bet he claims innocence. You know he smells underage scents. Need a couple bullets in his hippocampus. You fucking gross bitch. Ross sucks dick. That's why I wrote this rap. That's why I wrote this rhyme. Yo, I can take 5 pussies at a fucking time. Fuck you, DJ, forever gay. Stacy, and fuck everyone who ever fucking talk bad about me. They'll fucking hate every day. But y'all motherfuckers going gone gay. I'm straight up inside your mom's puss. I'm busting nuts. Everybody here can shut the motherfuck up. Joe Cronin is.
Yeah, it's that must be Aimed at You. That must be what he's talking about. That was on Patreon, yeah. I remember that, man. I told everybody, man, when everybody was telling me about that dude, and then I came out and said, "Did you hear about this guy?" And then everybody yelled at me about it, and then like a little while later, they were like, "Oh, you're right." Oh, it was like, all right, like I don't want anything to do with this. That Wise Society. Thanks for reminding me about that song. Always a fun one. What else is there? Okay, so I think we're basically wrapped up, man, on Raw. I think Jake, give me your closing comments, and then I'll take a couple calls after I get rid of Jakey Poo. And
so we get Skype fixed. I mean, sad to say, we have no official matches announced for TLC.
And it's what? Not next week, right?
It's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday.
So they're going to have to start Raw,
they're going to have to announce the Raw matches, and that's your go-home show.
What is the turkey? Oh, yeah. You're right. What if Raw is... What if they... Hey, it's the first one of the night. And ate our children. And there was a turkey club sign in the crowd. What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us, the Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our bud. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? Get your Turkey Club t-shirts now. They're available on Teespring. Link in the description below. Get the sweatshirt during the wintertime. NASCAR fan.
Big shout out to Sith Negan and EverydayJam.
Sith Negan.
That's his evil cousin, Sith Negan.
That's me, Sith Negan. It's me, Mr. Sith Negan.
NASCAR fan, thanks, man. The best name I ever seen troll me in the chat just now was I break stuff you pay.
You pay.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny because...
Am I supposed to bark still or no? Is that off the table?
I think they're referencing this microphone that I smashed during my rage on Monetize This last week. I was like...
Woof, woof, woof.
Like, hey, man, it still works.
How many accounts you got to make? Still works. You know? That was a good one, though.
That was pretty good. That's pretty fucking funny. I break stuff you pay. That's funny. I think people are donating for the computer more than anything, though, not the mic. But
they know.
Thank God the mic is okay. It sounds great. And you know what? If you put the windscreen over it, you don't even know that it's all jacked the fuck up. So I had an anger problem the other day. At least
buddy showed me a video over the weekend where that Linus guy, the tech guy, he went ahead and built a $5,000+ computer, and you know it was a sponsored thing that he did with a store, but he priced it for $20 in the store, and you know the first person to basically ask for it got it for that price.
Whoa!
And a girl just happened to be looking for a computer for her brother, so he got a great deal.
Hot girl, a hot girl.
But you know, her and her friend show up. Obviously, Linus was getting some action in the back.
Linus was horny and was like, "Here you go."
But I was like, "Damn, that's what Joe needs."
Yeah, well,
that computer was, you know.
I'm not going to say anything.
Two RTX 2080s just because.
I'm not going to say anything definitive yet, but there's some people in my family looking. I'm talking about mom and wife and other people who are almost. I'm almost wondering if they're not out there on the prowl for a computer.
Super chat party.
Especially grandma, you know.
Joe, your videos make laugh and help me out. Thanks.
Well, I'm glad they make you laugh, man, because most of the time I'm really serious, and I know that I've had my problems before, but J Niners fan, you... Sorry, I do that sometimes.
I was going to say, we have to get your EpiPen. Having a reaction to Raw. Made you all fucking retarded again.
Jay Niners fan. Jay Niners fan, thank you, man. And thanks to
seriously, we just
yeah, man, I can really contort my face pretty well. That Turkey Club sign was awesome, though, man. That made my night right from the beginning, even though Raw was garbage shit.
Especially because he sent his message on Instagram, just said, keep an eye out for me tonight. But I didn't see that he sent it with a picture.
Right.
So I saw the Turkey Club sign. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. You tweeted it out. And then later on throughout the night, I saw the message and I was like, God damn, like, it was just even more badass. So I'm glad that it absolutely was seen on TV. I was more badass because it was a surprise, not knowing.
Well, that's the thing is I didn't know either. I'm just watching Raw and sometimes I look around, I go, oh, look at JCS sign. But then to see right up in front, just fucking Turkey Club, like with that turkey, man, that's fucking, he should have made the shirt. In fact, to be honest, if he draws that out, even like if he draws that out on a PNG, if he can draw that out somewhere, I'd throw that on the next Turkey Club shirt because that thing looks fucking awesome.
It's got that hilarious look to it. It's awesome.
I'm so afraid to watch whatever Awonddy just sent me on.
You never know.
Whatever he just sent me on my Facebook. Awondy's like, Awonddy goes, you should have never accepted me on Facebook.
You wonder why.
That's all right. I did because he's in Abu Dhabi, so what's he going to do to me? I don't trust anybody else in America and Canada because they can find me. I mean, Awondy'd have to take a plane to figure me out.
Oh, you know about Middle Easterns and their planes, so.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. He might have to, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hot air balloon. There we go. That's more PC, right?
Yes.
Till they start dropping bombs out of hot air balloons. We're good to go.
People have been saying Joe Ellsworth. Yeah, I fully went Joe Ellsworth. Oh, Jesus.
Leah! It's Christmas time.
Gotta get the gifts. Santa's on his way.
Ho, ho, ho.
I wanna make a porn in Santa's sleigh. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Let's get it on. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's a Christmas song.
It's Christmas time.
This is a fucking Christmas song. I wanna fuck Mrs. Claus.
It's Christmas time.
What a night. Christmas has come early for Joe Cronin.
Unbelievable, Bri guy. Well, I thought it came early last week, or not last week, the week before last week. By the way, I just want to show everybody how hilarious this is. I just want to show you guys in the chat and everybody watching and the people that have been supporting tonight how hilarious this is. I had this goal tonight, again, of $85. And I was like, all right, $85, that'd be cool if we hit that goal. There's the goal, 85. And,
Raw sucked. It'd be cool to get close to that. Yeah.
And I decided not to put the goal up because before I started the stream, really, it was at already 200. And I went, what the fuck? You guys just took a goal and just took a shit all over the goal.
Like, 1,000%er.
1,000%er. I mean, it's never going to beat the 2,400 percenter, but like that is insane shit. Thank you. That is wild stuff, man. And I'm going to stay on and play some Diablo and take phone calls. Jake, anything else you wanted to say?
I'm curious what they're going to do for TLC. I mean, we have 3 essentially confirmed matches, like I said, but nothing announced from WWE. They have their commercials that are airing in local networks for the pay-per-view. It says so far we'll get Rusev and Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns and King Baron Corbin, and then we'll get the first ever women's tag team title TLC match. So that's interesting. You know, that could be really fun if I don't know. I'm sure the match will be good just because of the 4 participants of it. If they let them, really turn it into like a car crash scenario with a lot of big stunts and audience pop moments. Problem is that I'm not sure how they can book it without screwing over somebody here. So they're gonna have to be careful.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried about all this stuff too. Because
the Kabuki Warriors lose, that's not good because then you have, Becky 2 belts again, and then something's not being defended.
Yep.
And if they lose, then you have the Raw Women's Champ lose again. So I mean, it's like
I gotta believe that that's a DQ. Like it's got to be some
kind of... It's a TLC match, so.
Oh man.
There's no DQ. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like they're going to have to really have a plan going forward.
And they're already building it for the Kabuki Warriors to lose it in a way because they beat Charlotte tonight. But when she gets Becky on her side, then it will be different then. Yeah, I mean, the Kabuki Warriors need to go on a little bit of a run with these things. Not fucking...
They've done
run
well
into
for
women's...
the most part so far, but...
Yeah, not run into a super
team. They've
team.
retained the titles each time. But the thing is, they've lost in between when it's non-title matches, so that's the issue.
Right. They need to be facing other women. Like they need to have a few squash matches or a few matches that are closely contended with other female tag matches. Like they don't need to be facing a super team of a women's champion and the most women's champion ever in the WWE, Charlotte. Like there's not a reason for that. Now if Charlotte and Becky were both champions, maybe I could see that. Yeah. Maybe Charlotte could be like, I want all the women's gold. And I'm sure you do too. You know what I mean? So the only way to get that is let's team up, and they could become women's champion and women's tag team champions. I could see that meaning something. But right now, I don't quite understand the meaning in it.
That's the thing too. And Becky's been off TV. People are like, oh, she's getting much needed time off. No, because she's in the dark match. She's wrestling when Raw is off the air. Other people assume that it's because, she's being kept off TV since they're trying to turn Rollins heel. But then they backpedaled with him tonight. So, we don't know if that's leading towards a slow burn, but I don't think that's it either because they haven't had them as an item since, the summer. Since they faced Corbin and Lacey Evans, they've kept them apart.
Right.
So that doesn't make sense either why she hasn't been on TV for a few weeks now. And the problem was with, there was such a heavy... not so much build, but lead up to Survivor Series. And then you only have, 3 shows in between then and now to TLC? That's the problem. So, and especially considering that Survivor Series wasn't, each brand focused on themselves. They were, one for all kind of thing. So each brand was competing against the other two. There wasn't many feuds internally.
Right.
It wasn't members of Raw going at it. They were trying to fight off the other two. So, all in all, we'll see what happens, but I don't have any high hopes for that show, sadly. No. Raw's coming the 30th of December, I think it is. Yeah, the 30th.
Where?
To Hartford.
Oh, really?
And a few people asked if I'm going. I don't know. Danny and I were considering going, but...
Wear the bulletproof vest?
Yeah,
Hartford.
I don't know. I doubt it. The tickets were... very, very discounted.
Mm-hmm.
Usually like the $25 seats were $15 and vice versa. You can tell they're not selling. So
yeah, I don't know if I could I didn't go to Boston.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem worth it. The only thing I like doing is going and seeing people.
I mean,
that's what's fun.
Seeing dude, that is the fun part. Seeing people that know you from this show or on YouTube and meeting people and taking your kid if you that is the fun. That is fun.
Yeah. But
everything
Raw itself
else
has certainly just not been enjoyable. And I know every year, December time, it's a slump, like we said, but this has just been exceptionally bad.
Oh, yeah. This is
I give tonight a 2. I think last week I gave it a 3. Week 4 was like a -1. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's not going well.
Yeah, this has been bad. This has been, again,
they're
every
struggling.
year. Every year it's worse now. It's 2018 we thought was the worst year, and this has been the worst year now.
Yeah. I mean, the things we were enraged about then, the same feuds and the same matches over and over carrying on from SummerSlam onward is still a huge problem. Not having a top face or heel, still a major problem. And I know Vince is worried because he doesn't want to make top stars in fear that they'll jump elsewhere. But if you make it worth people's while, if you make them enjoy their time and turn them into these top things, they're going to be loyal. You have to pick and choose who you're going to work with. you know, he knew Undertaker wasn't gonna jump ship back to WCW because Vince was the one that gave him a chance. That's a perfect way to put it. So you know you could put your faith into him. You need to find people that you trust and believe in and really make them into the next, whoever, the next big guy.
Right.
So hopefully we see that. But yeah, tonight's a 2 out of 10.
Yikes.
Yeah, not an enjoyable show at all.
Yeah, this is ugly.
Absolutely. It's just disappointing. We'll see what happens Wednesday with NXT. I'm looking forward to. NXT was a great show.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh, God. Look at this name.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Oh God, please don't finish it. My cats won't like it. Help me, my penis is too small.
Oh, no. Oh, no. JD Shovel PP. Thank you for the $3. And I'm sorry to the kitties.
Those poor cats.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Anybody ever call the ASPCA? No? Just checking.
Yeah, they really gotta figure that out.
Gotta get somebody over there. Honestly, though, thank you to everybody tonight. Everybody's been fantastic.
Yeah, man.
The donations have been wild. You guys are dropping tons of bombs. The support is always greatly appreciated. Building towards that, hopeful new computer and Christmas and everything else. Hopefully you guys hit that 300 like goal. And I will see you Wednesday. I'm going to get out of here so Joe can go ahead and take some calls from you. It's nice to get the listeners on.
Yeah, too bad. We're only not taking calls because of Skype, so I will take them now. I'll take a couple now, and then I'll get into hanging out on Twitch.
In Connecticut. But yeah, I will see you all on Wednesday for the AEW review, Thursday for Out of Nowhere. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night on the Corrupted channel.
For a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Wild times.
Had my first porn type of experience. Me and my stepsister got it on tonight while the parents were away. Was pounding away and then came the money shot, so I pulled out and put one on her face. Stepmom walked in at the time and licked it off her face.
Oh, God. That would be amazing if that was true.
I think it's your stepmom and not your mom.
Yeah, that's like a dream that I had when I was a kid. I had a dream when I was a kid that my mom would meet a guy who had a daughter who was a little bit older than me. Like, I'm like 14, and then he comes in and his daughter's like 17, and she's like that. Oh, when I was a kid,
Joe, you're 15. You don't need a babysitter anymore. Yes, I do, Mom. Yes, I do.
Yeah, please. She can watch me. And you're like, I'm 14 and she's 17. That would have been a dream. That would have been a goddamn dream. All right, Jake.
If only.
Tomorrow night's Throwdown, I'll see you for that. But I'm staying on. Take your calls. 339-226-6610. Good night, Jake. Thanks, man.
Stay sexy, everybody. Eat those bananas.
Stay sexy. Thank you, Jake DeMarco. Hit him up on Twitter at CountdownEnded. Here we go. 830. Hello. They hung up. We're at 254 likes. Can we get to 300 likes? Oh, we got him again. There we go. 830. Hello.
Hey, Joe. It's me. CC. What's up, man? How was your night?
Hey, man. What's up?
Nothing much. Just watching your whole show. Congratulations on almost getting to 1,000. I'm glad that you had the money for Christmas gifts.
Oh, I would have had. I mean, we would have been all right. But I mean, this is just unbelievable. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I mean, this is what a wild night. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. So I watched Raw, and to be honest, I did not get my heart PP tonight, man. It was like everything was planned, man. It was like watching the AEW show, but live. Well, of last week, of course.
Yeah, last week. AEW, at least, like, AEW is so dumb, it, like, in some ways, it, like, entertained me a lot more than this. This was just so, like, whatever. This wasn't fun to me, at least. At least AEW was fun to me, even though it was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Also, a thing that I noticed, like, that I caught in the first 42 minutes of the conversation when Jake mentioned about this guy does kind of botchmania in the AEW. The AEW literally just blast on him on Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of find it ironic that you know how Cody say that AEW is for the people, by the people, for the wrestling fans, and basically, let's be real, the shows and pay-per-views have got so many botches that they're not even fun. Somebody finally make a compilation, and you literally get this stuff about that? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hypocritical stuff, it feels like.
But yeah, man, like, I just want to let you know that keep the good work, man. You are an amazing person. Your reviews help me a lot with my anxiety and everything. Like the NXT's, AEW, SmackDown, Raw's pay-per-views. Like ever since I heard your voice and commentaries since Hell in a Cell, you man, fuck you, Joseph. You should be in that spot commentating, man. You are more of a draw than Excalibur. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, man. I thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I got the anxiety too, man, so I know I have to listen to stuff myself to get through stuff. Anxiety, depression, the podcasts. I listen to so many people and so many podcasts, so I know. So it means a lot that, I'm one of the people you listen to for that. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And I think I lost you or you hung up or I lost you. I think I might have lost you, though. 830, you're good, though, man. Thanks for calling tonight. 339-226-6610 or add me on Skype, Danny Deadly, DANNYDEADLY, and I can try to add you back to get you on here. Moss Blaze. What up, Moss Blaze? And also thanks to Baltimore Deontay. Baltimore Deontay became a patron again tonight. Thank you, Thank you, Baltimore. Oh, wow. We got 479 on the phone. Hello.
Hey, Joe, what's up, bud?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
This NASCAR fan 8809, buddy.
Oh, dude, what's up?
Figured I'd give y'all a shout out and everybody can join in and have some laughs, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Even though the show fucking sucked tonight big time.
Yeah, it was a pretty...
Christ, man.
I drank coffee. I had to drink a whole cup of coffee to keep me up the rest of the night.
Oh, my God. It was... we've had some bad Raws. Hell, even last week was an upgrade, SmackDown was a shit show. And then they come back with this shit with, no build-up. What, next week we get, 6 days left? And what are they going to do? Just throw some shit together before Sunday of next week?
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked your idea, like what you said tonight about, have some kind of competition, man. Have some elimination, battle royal, something to build up for a U.S. title, because that's the only damn title they have right now, because Brock ain't on the show. Damn.
That is, everything they did like that was just a downer or boring or uninteresting or just, we've seen it a million times, and everything started like, whoa, where's this going to go? And then it ended with, oh, this is stupid.
I think it started okay. Who wants to hear Seth on that mic? But I thought it was going to lead up to, actually having a tag match, but, Kevin Owens pretty much called that out right away.
Right.
So that wouldn't happen. So they're just going to make us suck bits of dick until we get to Monday of next week. And who the hell knows? Maybe we'll have a tag match between the two of them instead of having a one-on-one with Seth and Kevin Owens. And that'll be a shit show heel turn that we all know is coming anyway for TLC. I think that's going to probably happen. Wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Other than that, man, so they got to push a ladder match in here somewhere next Sunday. They have to somewhere. Put an IC belt up there, U.S. title belt, something.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
I'd love to see multi-man things, but I'd also like to see a singles match too, where they get time.
Oh, true. They can do that with the IC. With the Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, I've been wanting to see this for a while now, but damn, it's a little too late. That no one, we don't really care. Aleister Black's gold in the ring. We know that. We know what he can do.
Yeah. Yeah,
we know what Buddy Murphy can do, and Vince is just sitting there whacking off with his flashlight and enjoying these Lana segments. It's pretty much what he's doing. Doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, and if they're gonna, delay this until TLC, which is fine, I get it. But it'd be nice if they had built something with that, with maybe not with Alistair or him, but I mean they could build something too, yeah. But also I'm talking about I need stuff that gets built for Raw, so we every week on Raw are interested in some matches and things that happen on Raw, and it feels like we never get that. It's always kind of like a repetitive build up to the pay-per-view. It's always a repetitive one. So
it's because they have no creative. I mean, he'll then think I'll let Triple H take over it and let his creative mind come in there. He's never going to do that. His ego is just beyond anything, and he's not going to let anybody get any bigger than what they are. Vince already stated that he's not going to let another John Cena, another Rock, another Stone Cold. He's never going to allow that again. He's just not going to do it.
Yeah, he said that, and it seems like it's true because every time he gets something, he craps on it, or he tells them, hey, go out there and say, suffering succotash, you idiot. Like, it's like, wonder why he doesn't get over. Hey, man, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. I'm zooming through the calls here at night, and we still don't know if that stuff is true or not true about AEW and that video and blocking, although Jake says that, a source from AEW is denying it. And believe me, I just saw who the source is from AEW, and I just saw the person who is the one that's in contact with me and Jake from AEW, and it's definitely they are denying that happened. So the people that are saying that happened, AEW is saying it's false. And it's pretty major people who are saying it's false. Unknown caller, hello.
I just wanted to say, Joe Cronin, that you help me with my anxiety and depression, but I'm going to kill myself anyway.
All right, well, if you do it, remember the clock tower on 33rd Street, Boylston, Massachusetts.
Look for me on Twitter with
What the fuck? You're a superhero, you know? We all know. Yeah, we're all superheroes. What's up, everybody? I'm on a superhero. I'm a superhero, guys. It's me. Maybe that guy needs a superhero. When he jumps out of the clock tower and he's about to hit the pavement, and then Ricochet, the superhero, shows up. You know? That'd be great. What's up, Melissa? Melissa in the chat. Big Fuego Jacob. Tiffany Rodriguez. Alexander the Great's here. Everybody's here. 906, hello.
I'm a superhero, guys. Yo, what's up, Joe? This is Bry Guy.
Oh, what the hell, Bry Guy? What's been up, man?
Not much. It's your fellow moderator, JCS moderator.
It's amazing, man. We actually got Bry Guy on the phone. It's crazy.
Yeah, what a crazy night with the donations. Well, not quite as crazy as it was, what was it, 2 Mondays ago when you had over, 2,000?
That was insane. I mean, this was better than Raw. I mean, thank God WWE sucks, I guess, for me.
Anything is better than Raw.
That Turkey Club sign is fucking awesome. I like it. What's up with you?
Oh, that I love that Turkey Club sign, man. Wow.
The turkey looks depressed and like he's on drugs. That's the best part.
I'm definitely gonna order that Turkey Club shirt.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that is.
Gotta get it for Christmas.
I'm hoping that happens. I think it can happen for Christmas because it is. It's the first shirt that I really got designed by someone. It's still not the greatest thing ever, but it's still pretty cool. It's pretty nice.
Oh, I gotta turn this down. I can hear echo myself.
Yeah, man. You turn your shit's echoing.
Yeah.
Bry Guy's jerking off, guys. You hear that? I hear that. I definitely hear something.
Oh yeah, I do it every night.
Yeah, but what's up, man? What else is going on?
Not much. We got 3 feet of snow on the ground here. Fuck my life.
Oh, we got about 9-10 inches right now, but I'm gonna bet by the morning that my car's gonna be fucking covered. Where are you, Bry Guy?
Ooh, you got 9-10 inches. Ooh, that's
9 and 10 inches. Yeah, put it in Leah's hole. No, but where are you right now, Bry Guy?
I'm in northern Michigan.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, everybody's in Michigan or Boston or something like that.
Yeah, too damn close to Canada.
That's what it is, man. And then we're right on the damn Atlantic Ocean, so we're getting snow.
Yeah, well, I'll let you go. I'll let you take a few more calls. I'll still be watching you and everything. So you have a good night there, Mr. Cronin.
All right, bro guy. Thanks, man. Sounds like Raw murdered your brain tonight, and he's got moderation duties.
I don't even watch Raw anymore, to be honest.
That's awesome. Well, then you have no excuse. I love you, bro guy. Thanks, man. Thanks for being a badass mod.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Bra guy. Love bra guy. Give me some bra guy. Give me some bra guy. Buffalo's probably fucked too, yeah. Northern Northeast is, I mean, you guys are all messed up there. I mean, no doubt about it. I'm probably going to have another one. What up, JCS Foot Rub Terrarium? Gary Singh, Spiderland Leafs fan, what's up? Jake DeMarco getting the scoop tonight, man, making some connections. Better get me that goddamn job at AEW. Get Excalibur out of there and back in the stats room so he can do all the technical stuff. Or get me and Excalibur on the mic together. That could be something. Me and Excalibur would be great. I love Excalibur. I'll give him a big hug. Give him a big fucking hug, right? And then JR can just be in the background staring at the audience for no reason. Jason Tarr's on the phone. What's up, Jason Tarr?
Not much. How you doing, Joe?
Oh, my God. What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much.
What do you got for me, you fucker?
We're supposed to get about almost a foot of snow, I think, here.
Is that what everybody's calling in with the weather report tonight? That was not a rhetorical question.
Last year's stream, though, about Raw. So I'm glad I haven't really missed anything.
Yeah. Did you watch Raw?
I actually don't get a chance to watch it anymore since it's since I have to work nights. So
where are the callers who watched Raw tonight? Where are they? Oh, Jason Tarr.
Sorry, man.
Oh boy. Hold on a minute, Tarr. Let's put someone else on. Let's see if this guy's seen Raw. Jason Tarr is a beast, though. 424, hello.
Chrome Dog, what up, playa?
What's up, baby?
You would really man, do that. In LA, I'm pissed. My Kings lost to the stinking ass Ducks tonight, dude. I can't stand it.
Fuck the Ducks. I know that sucks.
But Raw was shit.
It was shit.
I just want to say that. And then going to NXT here on the West Coast next week. It's at some gymnasium. All I want to know is the Undisputed Era going to be there? Because if they are, I'm going to be going crazy.
Wait, are you saying that they're doing a house show there?
Yeah, on the 12th.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, what are they? Are they in Los Angeles somewhere or something?
It's in Riverside, which is like, well, normally it's a 40-minute drive, but with traffic in LA, it's about 4 hours.
That's like 2 hours, yeah, or more. Yeah, that's fucking.
You know what I mean? I'm packing a lunch and I'm packing a handy bag and I'm packing all kinds of beers. You know what I mean?
If it was possible, dude, I'd almost get like a little hotel out there, like $60.
You know, I was thinking about it, but my lady, she got work the next day.
Oh yeah, so you can't do that.
So she gonna drive, and I'm just gonna get there, get drunk. You know what I mean?
Hey, while you're there, run my ex-girlfriend over, who's in LA somewhere, sleeping with 7 people.
I'll run her over with my 4-inch cack.
Awesome, I like it. All right, Jesus Christ. Should I show this, Jason? Oh shit, Tarr got the fucking shirt. Jason Tarr's fucking Turkey Club shirt came, everybody. Make some noise for Jason Tarr. I think I just hung up on him with that other guy by accident, but Jason Tarr's Turkey Club shirt is in the house. Looking good. Got the JCS logo on the bottom. Got the Turkey Club with the weapons. I like it. I like it. People are going to see this guy in that shirt. They're going to be like, the hell's that? Some kind of fucked up white power shit? Like, no, it's Turkey Club, bro. The turkeys. The turkeys are the ones with the guns now. What if? Tell you what, you put that other turkey on the cover, man. Jason Tarr, thank you, man. That is badass. Badassery, I like it. Ricochet was annoying, man. And I love Ricochet, too. That's the thing that bothers the shit out of me. I really like, by the way, in that same photo, Jason Tarr was actually what he was doing there was he was jerking off in that photo, by the way. There's a big load right below that fucking Turkey Club logo t-shirt with just this big, giant, crusty, white, creamy, little milky stain. You know, right there. Jason Tarr's all right. Jason Tarr's all right. We already heard from you. We're not taking multiple calls again. All right, that is it for the calls. I am heading on over to Twitch, the Purple Place. So if you'd like to come on over and play a little game with me and hang out with me for a little bit and just super chill ass stream bullshit, come on over there. Just look for Joe Cronin JCS. Soon to change to Evil Spectrum. That is the name on the Purple Place on Twitch. Got to be careful saying it. The algorithm picks it up. The name is Joe Cronin JCS. Come on over there, man. It's on Twitch. And it's Joe Cronin JCS. Come on over. We're not playing PUBG tonight. Well, I might play PUBG, but I don't think I'm playing it tonight. But tomorrow, definitely, I'll be on there playing PUBG and some shit. Blowing someone's cock off. But tonight, I'm going to be playing, just hanging out a little bit. Not too long, you know. Diablo. So come on over. Love to have you. And a special shout out to the big man. The big man, Sith Negan. The largest donation of the stream. $300. Sith Negan. I want to take my Boston cock and I want to stuff it in you, Sith Negan. You naughty boy. Let's go to Twitch right now, baby. Purple Place, Joe Cronin, JCS. I'm live. I'm live right now over there.
Blumpkin cunt pussy. Here we go. You got that Blumpkin. You got that Blumpkin pussy juice. That fucking cunt. That fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. Once it's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. Blumpkin fucking cunt pussy juice.
We've got a new Twitch follower. Hell yeah, take my pants off. Yo, Polo, thanks for following me on Twitch, man. Appreciate the follow on Twitch, Polo.
Blumpkin cunt, pussy juice, all I want in my mouth. I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat so wet. Blumpkin cunt, pussy juice.
Oh shit, Jake.
Blumpkin cunt, it's all I want from you.
My own co-host just subscribed to me using Amazon Prime. And it's free. You can subscribe to me for free using Amazon Prime, and I get paid. It costs you nothing, and I get paid. Unbelievable. Thank you, Jake.
Cunts, pussy juice. That's all I fucking want from you. Your Blumpkin, your cunt, your pussy juice.
That's 6 months in a row, by the way.
Oh, your pussy's the size of a goddamn moose. I want it so bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear. I will munch every part of you. 'Cause I want that cunt and Blumpkin juice. Pussy juice. That Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. Blumpkin cunt pussy. Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. Nom 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 Blumpkin.
What up? Yeah, on the Purple Place, Cortez. Oh, shit. Brock Lobster's back 9 months in a row. Brock Lobster, man, thank you for being here for 9 months in a row. I'm still on my season on Diablo 3. I'm over 700 Paragon. I've unlocked everything. I completed my season journey, all that shit. Now I'm just trying to beef it up for the end of season. Try to use the pandemonium effects to level my character up as high as possible, so I can use some of that Paragon points when I go back to my main character when the season ends for Diablo 3 Season 19, as it still rages on. Thank you to everybody on YouTube. I'm going over to the Purple Place exclusively. Come on over there if you'd like to. Joe Cronin, JCS is the name. Thanks to Payne7 for becoming a patron. He became a $10 patron tonight. Payne7, thank you. And all the shout-outs and all the corrections throughout the week for the new patrons. And a lot of podcasts coming to Patreon this week. So look for that, including a brand new episode that you haven't heard yet of Honestly Podcast with me and Tommy that we recorded before Tommy took his hiatus. That's coming as well. Damn. Who is this? X-Pizza Main. What up, man? Thanks for subscribing to the channel. That is the first time he's ever subbed, I believe, so welcome and thank you. Much appreciated, bro. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for supporting this this shit over here. Let me try to get some of this off the air. We are going to leave YouTube, so if you want to keep watching, come on over, guys, for the post show as I just kind of hang out, play some games, hear from you guys, and we'll chat it up over there. And I'll get into my Diablo stuff. All right. Good night, YouTube. Thank you so much to everybody, especially Sith Negan, who took home that JCS Digital Championship belt tonight. Unless somebody beats him out for it on Twitch, but I doubt that. That's pretty epic. Thank you, guys. See you on Patreon tomorrow afternoon, by the way. All right.